what's funny though? You know what's funny though? How black people, yeah? How black people are willing to listen to the white man all of their life, but then someone of their own skin tone, someone of their own race comes and tells them the truth and they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear the truth because I look like them. But a black man is like, seriously, you Christian black people, right? You Christian melanated ones. I've never seen your fight against the white Jesus before. I've never seen your fight against Santa Claus before. I've never seen your fight against any form of evil. But yet you'll say y'all are gonna be the ones that are hated of all people. And Christians, like, y'all make shit up talking about Christians are being fucking fought across the planet. Christians going through tribulation. Like, what Christian is going through tribulation? Which one of you Christians are going through tribulation? Which Christian is going through tribulation? I want to know what Christian is going through tribulation. Can a Christian please tell me what type of tribulation you're going through? No, I want to know what type of tribulations you Christians going through for you to say that, everyone, y'all are fitting Bible prophecy. I see black people going through tribulation, niggas. I don't see Christians going through tribulation. I see niggas going through tribulation. Niggas. People of Negroid descent. It was talking about the children of Yashar Allah. The Bible wasn't talking about Christians. When the Bible says ye shall be hated of all men, it's not talking about Christians. Y'all Christians want to make everything about y'all when it's not even about y'all. It doesn't even fit you, but you want to make it fit. It ain't gonna fit, Christian. Show me the Christians that they're killing. Show me the Christians being unalived. Show it to me. Show me the Christians being killed all over the world. The Bible says you shall be hated of all men. It was talking about from then till now. It wasn't talking about in the end. It was talking about from them time till now. When the Bible says you shall be hated of all men, it was talking about from the time of you, the man you called Yahushai, Jesus, right? Till right now in these days, this day. I am a blessing. I am a blessing. That flag is an abomination. Are you a Jewish person? I am a blessing. That flag is an abomination. That flag is an abomination. The synagogue of Satan. The synagogue of Satan. The Jewish people always popping up when they see black people taking over. The Jewish people always popping up when they see the black ones taking over. The black Hebrew Israelites, that's what they call them. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie, that joke was funny first time I heard it. The black Hebrew Israelites. Imagine, these people made a name that the men themselves didn't even make. The so-called black Hebrew Israelites didn't even make that name, but yet people call them that. That doesn't make no sense. Anyway, let's start these laws off. We've been waiting for a while. Let's start these laws off. So where I left off was what? Law 23. Slakia. Neither shall ye eat any flesh torn by beast, ye shall cast it to dogs. So basically any form of animal that you find, right, that's been bitten by an next animal and it dies and you find it all torn up or whatever, by a dog, a lion, a tiger, you're not supposed to eat it. Once you see the flesh torn by a beast, you shouldn't eat it. So if you have goats and you see wild dogs tear them up, you ain't supposed to eat it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't supposed to eat it. Alright, next law. Be slakia. This is law number Let me see. Law number 23. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. So you're not supposed to raise a false report. You're not supposed to tell a lie, right, for the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. You're not supposed to tell a lie. Like how you see these stars telling lies against each other since everything's been coming out about this list, this Epstein list. It says, thou shalt not raise a false report. A lot of you niggas are snitches. Snitches get stitches. Little bitches. Snitches get stitches. Y'all little bitches. When I got remanded 16 months in prison, fam, I never snitched. It wasn't me by myself. I wasn't the only one there. I wasn't the only one there, but guess what? I took my own fucking punishment. They locked me up. I didn't call nobody else's name. And this is, as a matter of fact, that's what helped me also, because I didn't call no fucking name. If I'd have called a name, right, they would have had a case on us. But because it's one guy, you get me, attempted murder. In his original statement, there was 2 of us. So because I didn't snitch like a little bitch, snitches get stitches. Whether it be by a human or by the Most High, just know that you're gonna get it. It says, thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. So it first says, don't lie against somebody to get yourself out of problem. That's the first thing it just said. Don't lie against someone to get yourself out of a problem. That's the first thing it said. The second thing it said, do not put thy hands with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. If you help the Caucasians to snitch on your black brothers or your black sisters, the Most High gonna fuck you up. All your snitches, the Most High gonna give y'all some stitches. I know the pastor never told you that, but I am. Because the pastor don't do laws. I do. You little faggot ass pastor ain't gonna tell you that. It says, thou shalt not raise a false report. Don't tell a fucking lie on somebody to get out of shit. It also says, put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. I don't give a fuck how much the Caucasus is paying you. I don't give a fuck how many years they say you get in. I don't care. I'm not gonna snitch if I'm my mama, she knew that I was a real, like her son was a real nigga. My mama was in prison when I got remanded. She was in prison. She done 6 years. My mom's gangster, you know. My father's also gangster. I come from gangster. Know this, yeah? When I got locked up, I never snitched. Man was in jail for 16 fucking months, fam. On remand. Just because I kept my fucking mouth closed, man's out on the road, man can be able to talk to y'all. Just because I didn't call somebody's name. Snitches should get stitches. And the Most High obviously agrees, because he says, put not thy hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. If you and somebody else done some shit and the police caught your dumb ass, you ain't supposed to snitch. Because now you're putting your hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness. First of all, you're unrighteous because the person who you're helping to lock up the police. Listen, even if you did something wrong, you're the one, and you did it with somebody else, you're the one who got caught, right? Or the person got caught. It doesn't really matter. Whoever got caught, shut the fuck up. Why? Because those are Caucasians. Those are Caucasians. They're the wicked. They don't give a fuck about you. Their tactic is so perfect that even if a black man joins the force, he becomes one of them automatically. That's how well they train you to be hateful against your own self by being hateful against your own people. These Caucasians. You don't help them in any way, in any form. Even if you're in a country that's fully black, don't help the police. Fuck the police. We don't need no motherfucking help. The police ain't for you. The police ain't for you. They're the only ones I'm waiting for society really to break down. Really to break down. Really to break down and
that she was black.
every day, the law, thou shalt not oppress your people. Don't be a user. Don't be a usurer to to my people. Don't use your people. It says don't harm your people. This is why we need laws. If y'all black people, y'all niggas, was following laws, y'all wouldn't be doing this. Y'all wouldn't even join the force. Y'all wouldn't even join the fucking force. Because if you read the laws, you would know just by joining the fucking police, you are going against God himself. Because you are one of the fucking oppression for his people. But guess what? He made you to hate you. Every single police officer, every single soldier, God hates you. And he made you to hate you. And I know you don't believe me, but I can prove it. God said he made the wicked for the day of evil. Proverbs 16 verses 4. God made all things for himself. The Lord made all things for himself. Yahweh made all things for himself. Yahweh made all things for himself. Even the wicked for the day of evil. Even the wicked for the day of evil. Y'all soldiers that shoot people for no reason. Y'all police officers that shoot people for no reason. Because you're scared, you're a bitch ass. The Father made y'all little bitches become the fucking army. The Father made y'all little bitches become fucking soldiers. And as soon as your little pussy gets jumping, you start shooting and pressing triggers. Fucking clowns. Fucking clowns. You being a police officer oppresses your people. You oppress your people on so many fucking... You're worse than the soldier. You, the police officer, is worse than the fucking soldier. You're worse than the fucking soldier, the police. You're worse than them. You're an abomination unto the Most High. You police officers. Every single police officer is an abomination unto God himself. Is an abomination unto God himself. There was no bomber clap police over the Egyptians. There was police over the fucking Israelites. Police was made for black people, and you black people who join the fucking force, you're an abomination. I don't give a fuck how smart you want to be. Every one of you bitches that are fucking the police too, y'all are fucking demons, and y'all are fucking demons. Like, you're sitting on a demon's dick, right? And every one of you men fucking these female police officers, you're putting your penis inside of a demon's pussy, and on top of that, you become a fucking demon like them. Because you're a part of their life and you're okay with that. You are willing to lay down with scum like the police. Scum like the police. Fuck the police. We don't need no motherfucking help. Fuck the police. We don't need no motherfucking help. Give us Wild Wild West again. We'll take it. We'll take it. I got my gun. You got your gun. Just know that if you come over here and you try some shit, you might just get wet. You get what I'm saying? It's simple as that. You might just get a bullet. You get what I'm saying? I'd rather be in the Wild West than to be fucking oppressed by your abomination. Fucking dumbass police officers. Give me back the Wild West, yo. I'll take it. I'm not even capping. All of my niggas are fucking killers. A man came into the word, seeking the word. I'm one of them. That's why I was chilling with them. And those niggas are chilled as fuck. It's you people that don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about gangster. Y'all are always tripping over random shit. You can't even have a conversation with y'all. Your people will literally, I'll say something so simple and it will go over your head. When you're around killers and shit, these niggas speak slow. You see me talking fast and shit? Yo, y'all niggas need to know I spoke this much since I came into the fucking truth. And I'm talking about teaching the word. Before I taught the word, I never spoke this much. I was only on a stage. That's the only time you heard my voice. When I was singing, when I was doing music. I never spoke this much. Being around killers, you don't talk this much. You bun spliff, you drink liquor, you fuck pussy, you know what I'm saying? You get the guns ready and the guns up. And anytime when work is there, and I'm talking about real work, because my niggas don't kill innocents. That's the type of niggas I chill with. I don't chill with killers that kill innocent people. You know what I'm saying? These niggas go for high rollers. When these niggas want money, these niggas go for high rollers. See? And these are the people that God likes to chill with. The worst shall be the what? The worst shall be the best, and the best shall be the worst. Yeah, that. The first shall be the last, and the last shall be the first. Yeah, that. The Most High is going to turn all these gangsters, I'm telling you he is. The real ones. Not these ones killing babies and shit. You got some gangsters out here that would never do that. You got some niggas out here that would never do that. They would bust your head fully open, but they would never touch a child. Never. Never. The saying is, I'll leave you and wait until you get older, and you feel like you want some revenge, come take it. And I'll bust your head open too, just like I bust your damn father's head open. That's the saying. I respect those niggas. Unaliving a baby for what? I'll let you grow, man. Get older, man. Come and find me. Come take your revenge if that's what you want. But just know that if I'm still on point, I'm going to bust your head open before you bust mine. You get what I'm saying? In reality. In reality. Those are the type of niggas I was chilling with. Y'all are tripping. Y'all ain't got no gangster in y'all. That's the reason why y'all are willing to snitch. That's the reason why y'all are willing to sell each other out. That's the reason why y'all are willing to hurt each other, right? Just for money. Using your mouth. And as soon as you ain't if you ain't snitching, you bitching. Murmuring like a little bitch. If you ain't snitching, you bitching. These are laws. We ain't supposed to... the Bible says don't do these things. That's why I'm reading the laws. This is a law. Don't be a snitch. It's not talking about telling the truth. Telling the truth is beautiful, but when you're telling the truth against your people, that's gonna harm your people in the enemy's fucking playground, then you're using the truth to kill your people, idiot. Clown, stop it. Have some sense. If I see a black man, if there's a Caucasian, I don't give a fuck. If there's a Caucasian, Indian, Japanese, Chinese, any one of these people, yeah, next door to me, and I see a black man and he sees me and I see him, and I'm like, hey, what? Don't worry about it. Just make sure you don't come back this side. Make sure you leave my home alone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, go about your business. He's gonna respect. He's gonna be like, yo. Yeah, man, go about your business. He's gonna respect. He's gonna be like, yo, my nigga. Yeah, man, go about your business. He's gonna respect. He's gonna be like, yo, my nigga. Yeah. What if he got away? What if he got away with that? He would have probably think, oh, I can go next door and do the same thing. No, I'm gonna let him see my face. Look who's over here. TikTok, I am a Negro. Leave me alone, TikTok. I am a Negro. I am of Negro descent, TikTok. FYI, TikTok. So as I was saying, disclaimer, I have to do that so TikTok don't try no bullshit. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna let him know, look, nigga, I'm here. I see ya. right? If it was a black person's house, we could probably have some problem. We're gonna have some because we protect each other. Us niggas protect each other. Nigga protect a nigga. Israelite protect the Israelite. Yasharalite, Yashar Alahayim protects each other. So if it was one of my people, I'll protect that house. Yeah. I'll personally run up in that bitch with my, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, yo, chill. What you doing? This is wrong house. There's a white man's house across the road. Go over there. I don't give a shit how y'all feel. That's your business, not mine. That's your business, not mine. Yeah, listen, in Babylon, right, in the enemy's territory, there's no rules attached to me. There's none. The only thing is laws. And any law, as long as I ain't breaking no law, I'm doing everything that the law don't say. Like to these heathens. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm doing everything. So the law don't go against it, I'm doing it. Come on, no cap. No cap. Alright, next law. Law number 24. Thou shalt not follow the multitude to do evil. Thou shalt not follow the multitude to do evil. How many of y'all got your asses kicked? How many of y'all been jumped? How many of y'all just followed random people to go see a fight, or to go video a fight, or to go take part in a fight? How many of y'all? How many of y'all, when you got your asses whooped, you went for your mama, you went for your cousin, you went for your brother, you went for your sister, you went for your friends, you went for your auntie, you went for your uncle? How many of y'all? The Bible says, thou shalt not follow the multitude to do evil. The wages of sin is death. That means when you got your ass whooped, that was your wages of sin. The Bible says we're not supposed to do revenge. The Bible literally says, Leviticus chapters 19 verses 17, 18 and 19. Thou shalt not bear a grudge against thy brother, the children of thy people, thy neighbor, who is the children of your people. You're not supposed to bear a grudge. That's revenge. How you think I'm at the place where I'm at? Because of revenge. And family. Because of revenge. And family. I'll sneak up to you. I'll come at your house like fucking James Bond and shit. I'll be on your roof and shit, moving like a fucking spider. I'll spend 3 hours to get inside of your house, and then I'll spend the next hour just so I can stand over you. Just to stand over you. Know that. You got people that do this shit in real life, and people that are willing to do this shit to the best of their ability. Some people are out here are good at revenge, good at it, good at it. Good at it, great at it. Not because you're great at it, it'll put you in a position of sin. Because once you start doing revenge, then you're actually going against the whoop-ass you basically got. And you know what's funny? Sometimes the Most High allows you to find the person who whoops your ass to give them back a whoop-ass. Because they was also supposed to get a whoop-ass too. Both of y'all was. But a majority of the times when y'all get your asses whooped, y'all are at the hospital. There's not even no time to react because y'all are so fucked up, you're in the hospital. Y'all are so damaged, you're in the hospital, so there's not even no time to react to say, oh, let me get my cousin and go. No, you have to wait on that shit. You have to wait on that shit until you're healed up again. You get what I'm saying, fam? The Bible says the wages of sin is death, fam. You got your eye bust open. You know what I'm saying? You got shot and you never died. That means something needs to change. Think about that. Something needs to change. Meditate on that, fam. It's not hard. Y'all make everything hard like this is the quiz of the fucking century and shit. This ain't the quiz of the century. Because this quiz was made specifically for you and you were taught the lesson. You say you know all these Bible stories, then you know the lesson. You know the lesson. The laws are not grievous, they're not hard. The Most High don't give you a test you can't complete. Everyone you see don't complete this test. They were never in the test, family. First of all, if y'all didn't know, Anyone you see don't complete this test, they were never written down in the book of life. Even if it's me, myself, and I. If we don't complete the test, we were not written down in the book of life. And if you realize the ones who don't complete the test, they don't even do the test at fucking all. They don't even do the test at all. That shows you they're not even in the test room. The Father never gave them the test. Y'all think God wants everybody. You think God wants everybody. He doesn't. He does not want everybody. And I'm not talking about sinners and fucking righteous. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about nations, peoples. Like the Most High only cares about Yashar Allah. Yashar Allah. He only cares about them. He cares about one people. Everybody else is just extras in the movie. Everything he created was to please himself. Why? Because these things were created to be ruled over by us and his son. And that pleases him that Negroes are going to rule the whole world. It pleases him, right, that niggers, right, are going to rule the whole world. Children of Yashar Allah are going to rule the whole world. It pleases him. That pleases him. Now, if that's a problem to your other nations, that's your business. Imagine this. I don't know. If I was a Gentile, I would feel good about being a Gentile or even an Israelite. Anyone. You know why? Because even as a Gentile, if I am chosen to make it into the new kingdom, right? And the Most High made me a slave first before I did that, right? And I made it through that little mission. And I'm now in the new kingdom. Like literally, I'm around God. And God chose me, right, to be his servant. God chose me to be his servant. First of all, he never even chose me as a Gentile first. He chose Israel. Remember, if you read the Bible, it says he chose Israel and made the Messiah. The man you called Jesus said to the Israelites, you have to be a servant before you become a leader. So the Israelites are going to be leaders because they're learning right now. The children of Yashar Allah are learning right now how to be servants so that we can become leaders in the future. In the new kingdom. So all of you Gentiles and every single Gentile, right, y'all didn't get that offer and y'all didn't go through that test. Y'all are not going through that test right now. Y'all are just living your lives. This is your kingdom. We're going through a test. So if we pass the test and you Gentiles go into slavery, right, and then you get into the new kingdom, then you became a servant. That's the greatest thing you could ever be. You're going to be a servant to me and all my brothers and sisters if we make it. You're going to also be a servant unto the Son of the Most High, the angels, and the Father. You're going to be a servant. What's wrong with being a servant? Y'all say y'all love being servants anyway. The difference is y'all going to go in slavery first, like brutal slavery. And brutal slavery is going to prove if you really love the black God. You have to go through it. None of y'all want to listen, but it's the truth. Y'all have to go through brutal slavery. Every nation on the face of this planet has to go through brutal slavery just to know if they really love the Most High. He's done the same thing with his children. Why do y'all other nations think that y'all ain't gonna get it? Why do y'all nations think y'all can fornicate, commit adultery, be evil, be wicked, be fucking murderous? Wicked, be fucking murderous. Wicked, be fucking wicked, be fucking murderous. As fuck that are teaching you the law. You're gonna have living schoolmasters. You're gonna have living schoolmasters. The new covenant is for the children of Israel, not teaching each other no more. But when you're in slavery, we're gonna teach you the law. We're gonna stop all you nasty ass Indians from sodomizing your women before you're marrying because you're horny. We're gonna stop all your what do you call your Islam, your Arabs. Stop sodomizing your women before you're marrying because you're all horny. We're gonna force y'all to stop doing that. We're gonna force the Caucasian and every single nation on the face of the planet who follows the ways of the Caucasian, as it pertains to homosexuality, as it pertains to locking up a thief when the Bible never told you to lock up a thief, right? And unaliving a thief and doing all type of shit to a thief, right? The laws that y'all are following is not the laws of God. And the laws of Caesar are going against the laws of God. That means we're not supposed to follow him. We're gonna stop all that shit, all that nastiness that y'all are doing on this earth. We're gonna stop it. We are going to stop it. All we have to do is just make it into the kingdom to be a part of that weapon so we can stop you from being nasty. The whole world is going to change whether you like it or not. And when we force you to stop doing that shit for 1,000 years of slavery, right? Whoever comes out at the end, the Bible says literally that there's going to be a war on earth. The whole world is going to go against God. All the nations are going to turn against God. That's what it says. And there's going to be a remnant, a small remnant out of y'all nations that won't turn against him. That's what he said. This is after the second resurrection, not before it, after it. So y'all can't say this is the fucking rapture. Y'all can't say this is the fucking rapture that doesn't exist. The rapture that y'all made up. After the first resurrection where people are saved, the Bible says 1,000 years of celebration shall happen. That's for the Israelites, the children of Yasharallah, the niggers. 1,000 years of slavery for the rest of the world. Now after the 1,000 years of slavery, you will be let go. When you're let go, we will know if you really are ignorant, dumb, lack of knowledge, and also angry about the slavery we just put you through. And if you are, you're going to join the world Gog and Magog, the black Gog and Magog, right? And then you're going to do one last battle against the Most High. Every single peoples on the face of the planet, every single nationality is going to come together and go against the Most High after the first resurrection. After the first resurrection, after they go through slavery, after every single nation on the face of the planet goes through slavery. It's nations going through slavery. Christians, if you're not a nigger, Christians, you're going in slavery. Every single nigger who is a Christian and don't want to follow the right way of the Most High, y'all are gonna die, and then y'all are gonna wake up at the second resurrection being judged in front of books. That's if you're a nigger and you don't follow the way. So Christianity is not the way. Christianity is not the way. So if you follow Christianity, that's the same thing for you, right? Now, if you are, right, not a Negro, right, whether you're Chinese, Japanese, Indian, I don't care what nation you are. If you're Ethiopian, if you're Sudanese, you too. Yes, black people is also inside of this thing. All of y'all are going in slavery. Every single nation on the face of the planet is going in slavery. Every fucking one of y'all. The only people who ain't going in slavery is the people who is not a nation. The people who are without a name. Oh, the blacks. Oh, the black Americans. The Jamaicans. That's not their name. Trinidadians. That's not their name. Haitians. That's not their name. Igbo. That's not their name. Ibibio. That's not their name. Ghana. That's not their name. Nigeria. That's not their name. Niggas. That's not their name. Niger, nigger, that's not their name. Their name is Yashar Allah, what you call Israel, but that's not, Israel is not their name, it's Yashar Allah. The niggers, the people you call niggers, all of us, Bantu, that's not their name. The children of God, the children of the Most High. Y'all are gonna bow down to them and worship at their feet as you will worship at God's feet, as you will worship at the Father's feet, the Son's feet, the children's feet, even our babies' feet you're gonna worship. You can go read Isaiah chapter 61 for that. It says that the adults, us, we're gonna boast in your riches. Your Christians teach lies talking about we can't even have children in heaven. I can prove to y'all that children are you're gonna have children in heaven. Only the niggas, though. Children are gonna be the popular ones. Everybody else's child is gonna be normal and boring. It says that we shall boast in your riches, and it says our offspring shall be known amongst the Gentiles, like super kids, all of our babies. So when they told you ain't gonna have no baby in heaven, that's a lie. There's going to be some of us who are like the angels, but there's going to be a lot of us who have children also. The Most High says we are his people. The Most High says anything we give up in this life, so a wicked wife, wicked children, wicked mother, wicked father, we shall get it tenfold in the new kingdom. So where are all these new mothers and new fathers and new wives coming from? Think about that. The only thing it didn't say was a woman is going to get tenfold husbands, because that doesn't exist. She only has one husband. It says a man, if he gives up his wife, he shall get back his wives tenfold. He shall get it back tenfold. His mother, his father, tenfold. Children, tenfold. Anything you gave up in this life, right? That's not with the Most High. You shall get it back tenfold. Tenfold. You get what I'm saying? So where are all these mothers coming from? Where are all these fathers coming from? Where are all these babies coming from? See that? So babies are going to be had in the new kingdom. People, a lot of these people just don't overstand the Bible or understand it. They don't overstand it or even understand it. They don't. Alright, next law. It says, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wresh judgment. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wresh judgment. So if I see someone, right, willing to forgive someone, I'm not supposed to go over there and tell him not to forgive you. If you rob somebody's house and you rob my house, but I didn't catch you, but they did, but I know you did, but I don't have no proof, right? But now they caught you. But when I come over to them, they're saying they're gonna forgive you and give you a chance to not steal again, right? I'm not supposed to come over there and say, oh, lock him up and all that bullshit. I'm not supposed to come over there and chat that bullshit. I'm not supposed to do what? Come over there and start up a fire. If the fire is being calmed, leave it alone. It says, do not, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wresh judgment. If somebody's resting judgment, just leave it alone. Shut the fuck up. Stop coming with the flames. Stop being the instigator. Stop being a little fucking instigator. Stop it. Stop it. Alright, next law. Law number 26. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. So basically, simplified, tell him that he has life. So when a poor man is murmuring all the time like a little bitch, right? And I'm not talking about every poor man. I'm talking about the poor men who are not even poor. But because they're not rich, they're murmuring like a little bitch. Like they're still eating, right? But in their heads, oh, I ain't got no car and I ain't got no big house and, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got this and I ain't got that. So, you know what I'm saying? They're murmuring like little bitches, but yet they're eating though. These little bitches, you don't countenance them. Don't countenance them. Neither shall thou countenance a poor man in his cause. Tell him he still got life. When he's murmuring like a little bitch, say, shut the fuck up, man. You're still here living, bro. What's wrong with you? Every day you mourn like a little bitch. Every day you cry like a little bitch. And you're eating food, bro. You know how many people ain't eating, fam? You know how many people don't even have a roof over their head? You got a fucking roof, bro. You got electricity, bro. You got a fucking fridge. What's wrong with you? You're a waste man, fam. Stop fucking making noise, man. Give thanks to the Most High. That's what y'all should do. That's what y'all should do. Do not countenance, neither shall thou countenance a poor man in his cause. Tell him he still got life, fam. Tell him to stop complaining. You get me? Law number 27. Always return enemy stray animal back to him. Now I realize that I do this thing, but people don't do it for me. Like that's how I know I'm in Satan's world, fam. Like every time, because I raise animals, so if I see your animal in distress, I'm gonna help it out. You know what I'm saying? But I'll see one of these farming niggas and shit going past where I got my animals, and then like 5 minutes later, I'm walking behind them, right, going the same way to go check on my animals, and I see one of my goats wrapped up and shit. These niggas are gonna walk past it. These niggas don't give a fuck. People see your animals in distress and just watch it die, fam. They want it to die. This is how bad-minded they are. They will kill your animals, fam, just so they can do or elevate, because they think that you're trying to elevate in some way, even though you're just fucking raising animals to eat. This is how fucking wicked people are. This is how wicked people are. It's in them to be wicked and evil and nasty. Next law. It says, law number 28. 28. Thou shalt not rest the judgment of the poor in his cause. So help him in his tribulation. So don't rest the judgment. So the first one I said earlier on was don't countenance him when he's chatting shit, when he's murmuring, right? This one says, thou shalt not rest the judgment of the poor in his cause. So after you tell him that he has life and tell him that the Most High is with him, and show him some verses, or tell him about the Most High, or uplift him with the Most High, right? Then thou shalt not rest the judgment of the poor man in his cause. So if he really needs help, if he's really hungry, if he hasn't got no money, if he's in a situation, you're supposed to help him out. It says help him in his tribulation. Help him in his tribulation. Thou shalt not rest the judgment of the poor in his cause. Help him in his tribulation. Now, next law. Law number 29. Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and the righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. So if you put yourself in something that you should have never put yourself in, right, thinking that you're gonna get away with it, you're gonna die. Let me explain. You'll see a nigga start doing badness today, start being a killer today, right? And this nigga lasts for 20 years, still a killer, ain't dead yet. And you'll be like, oh shit, that nigga lasted 20 years, I can be a killer. And it's the first day you pick a gun up is the first day you die like a dog in the fucking street. See that shit? See that shit? You see a nigga robbing somebody, right? And this nigga's a good thief. He's got all type of shit. He has a lot of shit because he's a good thief. The first time you started robbing somebody, the first time you rob somebody, they catch you and you go into prison. See that? That's why the Most High says, and it's very, very simple, keep thee far from a false matter. A false matter. Something that's false, that's wicked, that's going to get you in trouble. And the innocent and the righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. The Most High wants some people to get hurt. The Most High wants some people to be in tribulation. And if you put yourself in the way of those people, you will die with them. You will get judgment with them. It's as simple as that. It's not hard. It's as simple as that. Next law. Thou shalt not take any gift for wickedness. A lot of y'all love taking money to snitch. A lot of y'all love taking gifts for wickedness. A lot of y'all women love taking money to sell your pussies, because that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. And a lot of you men love giving money, giving gifts to get pussy. Both of y'all are abominations. Both of y'all. And I'm telling y'all, this is something all of us have been through one way or another. Whether a man gave some woman some money, or whether a man bought some vagina, whether a woman took some money and had sex with a man knowing that that's what she was doing. But guess what? You have to change. Change. Be better. You don't have to be the muck forever. You don't have to be the dirt forever, trash forever. You don't have to be that forever. Thou shalt not take any gift for wickedness, or give any gift for wickedness. Law number 31. Thou shalt not oppress a stranger. This is Exodus chapters 23 now, verses 9. Now we're at Exodus 23, verses 9. Thou shalt not oppress a stranger. Don't oppress your people. How many times does a black person move into a next black a community with black people, niggas, and you'll treat him like he's a stranger, like he doesn't look like you, like he ain't the same people as you? How can I say to myself, I'm moving out of one area to a new area, right? And all the niggas in the ends are calling me a stranger, but if a white guy moved in, they'll be like, oh, the white guy moved down the street. So yeah, so the white guy is family, but the black guy is a stranger. You see how dumb y'all niggas are? That's the type of mindset niggas have, yo. The white guy moves in, oh, that's normal. But the black guy moves in, yo, that stranger moved in, that new nigga moved in, new nigga, new stranger. You treat each other like strangers, and you oppress that new nigga. If you see him with one of the women, a lot of men have died moving into a new area, being with the wrong woman because it was some guy in the community's woman, and then that guy unalived him. That guy unalived him. Or you'll rob him. Just robbing the man for no reason over and over and over and over and over and over again. For what? Because he's new to the area? Because he's a nigga? Because he never did that to the Caucasian. He never did that to the Caucasian. You're a bitch ass nigga, fam. You're a bitch ass nigga. Imagine oppressing an angel, you just never know. Con. That's why the Bible says be careful to entertain strangers, because you might just be entertaining an angel. You get what I'm saying? That's why I use the laws when I'm talking to y'all. If y'all don't talk laws, y'all ain't no angels, y'all are devils. The angels taught laws. The angels are meek. The angels know what they're doing. And some of them come savage too. But either way, they're coming with the laws. They never deviate from it, so you know who they are. That's why it says be careful. Alright, let's carry on. Next law. It says, 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto Yahweh. 3 times for the year thou shalt keep a feast unto Yahweh. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Exodus chapters 23 verses 15. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Passover, right? Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days. Month of Abib, right? The feast of harvest, which is the start of the year. First fruits, which is in the middle of the year. And feast of end gathering, which is at the end of the year. These are the times when I make fruit sacrifices unto my Father. So next, let me finish this. 3 times in the year men must appear. 3 times in the year men must appear before Yahweh. Exodus 23 verses 17. 3 times in the year men must appear before Yahweh. Exodus 23 verses 17. Alright. Next law. Do not eat a kid on its mother's milk. So you're not supposed to eat any form of kids on their mother's milk. That means you can't eat eggs. Because an egg, right? An egg is basically gonna be a chick. And a chick doesn't drink milk, but it's fed by its mother's worms, the worms that the mother brings. So if you eat a chick, which is an egg, you're eating a kid on its mother's milk. The worms represent the milk. So no eggs. Eggs are not supposed to be eaten. Young lambs, young rams are not supposed to be eaten. Young calves are not supposed to be eaten. The ones that are on the mother's milk. Explain to me the time period, please. What time period are you talking about? What time period are you talking about? So let's carry on. The next law. Obey the angel. So I can't eat lamb over rice. Who said that? A young lamb, a baby lamb who was on its mother's milk. You cannot eat kids who came off their mother's milk, or slacky who were on their mother's milk. You cannot eat young lambs, young rams, right? Or young calves who are on their mother's milk. No eggs, no chicks. Alright, let's carry on. So, next law, right? This is Exodus chapters 23 verses 20. Obey the angel Yahushai. Obey the angel Yahushai. Obey the angel Yahushai. If you read that verse, Exodus 23 verses 20, it will tell you that if you don't obey that angel, right? The angel has, the Most High gave the angel on power, right? And if you disobey the angel, he will not pardon you, but he will destroy you. The Most High gave the angel power to destroy you, So know what y'all are doing. That angel is the Messiah, Yahweh Shai. The man y'all call Jesus, his name is not Jesus. That is a homosexual name. His name is Yahweh Shai. Right? Alright? Next law. Thou shalt not bow down to any Canaanite gods, but I wrote the word African, so y'all know that. So any god, even these Bantu people with their friggin' statues and shit, these are our people, but they're using Canaanite gods. These Bantu people are not even Africans. They're children of Yasharallah, who you call children of Israel, children of Yasharallah, right? But they don't know that the Ethiopians are Africans, the Somalians, Sudanese people are Africans. The Bantu, Igbo, Ibibio, Akan, Ashanti, Niger, Ghana, Nigeria, you know what I'm saying? Benin, these places, right, are Bantu people. These people are children of the Most High. Black Americans, nigger Americans, Jamaicans, Trinidadians, Haitians, St. Kitts, you know what I'm saying? Negro Mexicans, Negroid Mexicans. All these people are the Most High. But watch this. It says, thou shalt not bow down to any African gods, nor serve or do after any manner of their works. We're not supposed to bow down to any African gods. Y'all are talking about Wakanda for life, you fucking idiots. Wakanda for life. Wakanda for life. And then y'all make the X on yourself. That fucking X. Y'all are idiots. Y'all are idiots. Wakanda for life. Y'all are idiots. The Bible says you're not supposed to have recourse with the dead. What does that fucking Wakandan do? Talk to the dead. You're not supposed to have recourse with the dead. You're not supposed to have a conversation with dead people. People out here are doing necromancy and they don't even fucking know. But yet a man like me come and talk tough, y'all feel like, oh, he's talking too tough, shut the fuck up. Y'all are doing voodoo and necromancy. That's worse than my language. That's worse than my language. Alright, next law. Thou shalt make no covenant with them nor their God. I ain't supposed to make no covenant with the Africans. The Bantu people, I'm not supposed to make no covenant with you neither. Why? Because you're calling yourself Bantu. You're calling yourself Bantu. You're calling yourself Akan. You're calling yourself Ashanti, Igbo, Ibibio. Y'all have 500 languages. Y'all say y'all are one people, but y'all are different people. But y'all are a holy. Y'all are 500 set groups, right? With 500 and odd languages, right? But yet y'all say y'all are the same people. I don't disbelieve y'all. What the problem is this. I see the Tower of Babel when y'all tell me that shit. When I look up that shit. When I figure that shit out. I see the Tower of Babel. How can a people have 500 different languages? How can y'all have 500 different languages but yet y'all are the same people? If I was all of your father and I spoke English, all of y'all would have my language, English. If I spoke Japanese, all of y'all would speak Japanese. Why are all the children of the same father speaking so many different languages? And then y'all say, oh, some of them sound the same. Yeah, we know some of them say it sound the same. They have to, because y'all live in the same fucking area. That's why I don't get how y'all speak different. And the majority of them, not all of them sound the same. Some of them sound so different that even some of y'all can't even speak the other languages. Some of y'all can't even speak the other West African languages. That's the Tower of Babel right there. Confusion. That means you're corrupted. That means your language has been corrupted, Abantu. The father left you with the alphabet, and even the alphabet, I see y'all do the alphabet a little bit different when it ain't supposed to be done like that. So when you look at the ancient way, the one that was on stone that y'all see, right, that everyone can go look up, you'll realize that it literally doesn't look like how y'all are doing it. And then when you go to a next side, like Ashanti people, they do it the right way. You see one side doing it one way, you see a next side doing it next way, just because of the different forms of languages, but yet y'all are the same people, using the same alphabet. So I ain't supposed to make no covenant with y'all. I ain't supposed to make no covenant with y'all. if you're all of my brothers, if you're all of the children of Yasharala, when we tell you what you are, you're going to listen, you're going to hear, you're going to forbear, right? You're going to turn to the Most High and turn yourself away from her, right? You're going to turn to the Most High and turn yourself away from her, right? You're going to turn to the Most High and turn yourself away from her, right? You're going to turn to the Most High and turn yourself away from these letters don't exist. There were other letters who have the same sound, which have the same sound, but they and then try to change the sound a little bit to make it fit their narrative. Because if you go to the letter W, it's W. If you go to the letter U, it's U. If you go to the letter V, it's V. See that? That's the what. It's so fucking all you have to these people are so fucking clever. It's ridiculous clever. They threw away our W like it didn't exist. So because they didn't want us to know that his name was Yahweh. But yet the initials that they gave us is YHWH. How is the Jewish people calling God Yahweh when there is no W in the modern Jewish language? Because they're lying. How are you gonna call God Yahweh, but when you read modern Hebrew, it's not wa, it's not wa, it's ua. They replaced it with a u, and sometimes you'll hear them say va. So where did W come from for Yahweh? How did y'all make that name? Because that Yahweh is supposed to be the Hebrew name. Yahweh. Explain that to me. Explain how his name is Yahweh, but there's no W in the modern Hebrew. Explain that to me. Anybody in the live, I would like for y'all to explain it. If y'all can. If there's no W in the modern Hebrew, where did Yahweh come from? Because you realize they called him Yahuwah, Yahushua. They replaced the W with a U. That's how you got the Yahushua. That's how you got the Yahuwah. So where did the W come from then for Yahweh? If there's no W in modern Hebrew. Anybody got the answers to that? Okay, no answers. Let's carry on. So it said, thou shalt not make no covenant with these Africans, right? With these Canaanites, with these pagans, right? With these Ethiopians. We broke those laws. This is the reason why it was the Ethiopians who sold us onto the Caucasians. The niggas, they were sold by the Ethiopians. Black people sold black people. Thou shalt make no covenant with them nor their gods. Neither with them nor their gods. Next law. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against thee. Or sin against me. Slakia. One more time. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, I will surely be a snare unto thee. See that? These are the Ethiopians. You ain't supposed to be friends with them. These Canaanites. Not the Bantu. You can be brothers and sisters with the Bantu people, but you can't make a covenant with them because they're going to want to bring you into the Bantu foolishness. They have been corrupted. The Bible says the children who went into slavery, right? The Jews who went into slavery, they would bring back the fold. The Jews who went into slavery in the West. We're over here in the West. We're amongst the enemy themselves. Y'all only get a little taste of the enemy. We're amongst the enemy in the West. We're literally westernized more than even Africa is. The people in the West are more westernized than the people in Africa. This is why the Father, would allow us to teach y'all in the East, right, and over there in Africa, what's going on, and how to follow these laws, because we would be amongst the enemy. So if we could learn the laws amongst the enemy, we would be really powerful entities that would be fit enough to teach the rest of the fold outside. That's why the Bible says salvation is from the Jews. Salvation is from the Jews, of the Jews, from the Jews. That's Benjamin, Judah, and Levi. Salvation is from us over here in the West. That's no cap. But the salvation, right, that he's talking about is the same salvation that we ourselves seek from the Father in the name of his Son. So once we seek this salvation and we see the way to seek it, it's talking about showing you, the people of the East, the people across the planet, right, how us in the West have figured it out. And now the Father says we should supposed to share this glory with you, share this gospel with you, right, so that it can be for all of us as a multitude. You know what I'm saying? The multitude of people coming out of all nations, and niggas coming out of all nations. Niggas coming out of all nations. That's what it's saying. Niggas coming out of all nations, because every nation has niggas in it. Every nation put niggas in slavery. Every nation. That's what it's saying. Right? So it says, they shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, I will surely be a snare unto thee. And this is, by the way, Salakia, it started from Exodus chapters 35. Exodus chapters 35, Salak, my apologies. Now we're going to go to Exodus chapter... Is that 35? Yeah. Is that 35? 1 minute, 25, my apologies. My apologies. But now we're at Exodus chapters 31 verses 13. Children of Israel, children of Yashar Allah, keep my Sabbaths as a sign between Yahweh and Israel throughout our generation, throughout your generations. One more time. Children of Yashar Allah, keep my Sabbaths as a sign between Yahweh and Israel, between Yahweh and Yashar Allah throughout your generations. Right? Remember I told you Saturday ain't the Sabbath. Sunday is not the Sabbath either. Those are two abomination days. Y'all are too lazy, and that's the reason why y'all are following the same thing that the Caucasians gave you. Y'all say y'all leaving the way of the enemy, but yet you're still following all the fairy tales that the enemy tells you. That shows you that you're still not awoken yet. You're still not woke. You're still asleep. You're still asleep, Israelites. You're still asleep, Yashar Allah. You're still asleep. Let's carry on. Next law. It says, Exodus 32 verses 15. More than 10 commandments. Right? More than 10 commandments. So I had to read all the way over there, Exodus 32 verses 15, more than 10 commandments. The tables or the tablets had writing on both sides of each tablet, right? So you should question yourself, why would Yahweh need to write on both sides for just 10 commandments? And every time when they show us the 10 commandments, it's 2 tablets, and it's showing 5 on one side of one, and it's showing 5 on the next side, but it's only one side of each tablet that has 5. One side, so they never show us the back of the tablet, but the Bible says that the tablets were written on the front and on the back. The Bible says there was writing on the front and on the back. Exodus 32 verses 15, more than 10 commandments. The tablets had writings on both sides of each tablet. Question, why would each side be written on, right? Or why would Yahweh write on each side for just 10 commandments? Remember, both back and front of each tablet has writing on it. Alright, next law. Leviticus chapters 11 verses 1 to 47. So we're going to first talk about, we're going to do it by context, right? So the context is meat on land, or animals on land we can eat, right? So the first thing you need to know about the animals on land that you can eat, they have to be herbivores with cloven hoof, split into two, basically split into what these women out here always put. You see all these women pull their pants up in their vagina and make the camel toe. Yeah, that's a split hoof, right? That's a split hoof. So that's why when you read Leviticus chapters 11, it says the camel has a split hoof, but it doesn't chew the cud, so you can't eat it, right? The same thing, camel toe, right? So watch this. So it says meat on land. It says meat on land, and we can eat herbivores with cloven hoof, split in two. So a camel toe, basically, right? Split in 2 parts and chew the cud, right? So the cud is basically when an animal has 2 or 3 stomachs, right? It basically swallows food in one, then it brings it, then it regurgitates it back in its mouth, and it chews it a second time, and it goes in its second stomach. Sometimes the animals that do that type of thing, I'll tell you their names in a second. So this animal has to chew the cud, right, which is grass, right? Now the animals that do this is a cow, goats, deer, buck, sheep, bison, moose, right? So these are clean animals, right, that you can eat. They chew the cud and they also have a split hoof. The animal has to have both of them, not one without the other. It has to have both a split hoof and also chew the cud. As I said, things like, it says things that cannot be eaten on land. A camel, because it has a split hoof, but it doesn't chew the cud. It doesn't chew the cud, right? A hare or a rabbit, right? It chews the cud. A rabbit actually chews the cud, but it doesn't have a split hoof. A pig, right? A pig has a split hoof, but it doesn't chew the cud. So a rabbit chews the cud, but it doesn't have a split hoof. A pig has a split hoof, but it doesn't chew the cud. A camel has a split hoof, but it doesn't chew the cud. So any animal that doesn't chew the cud or have a split hoof, that animal cannot be eaten, right? The animal cannot be eaten. Now let's carry on. So I'll repeat: the animals on land you can eat. The animals on land you can eat is cow, and not just any cow, because the cows that y'all are buying are GMO. And when I say GMO, I'm talking about lab made. All these cows that y'all have right now are hybrid cows. So y'all need to know where you're getting your meat from. That's the first thing. Raise your own animals. Grow your own animals.
We said no.
So cows, goats, deer, buck, sheep, bison, moose. Those are the clean animals on land that you can eat. Cow, goat, deer, buck, sheep, bison, moose. Right? The ones that you cannot eat: camel, hyrax, hare, rabbit, pig, which is the swine. You cannot eat it. You cannot eat the swine or the pig. You must not eat such animals. They are unclean, and you must not touch their dead bodies. You must not eat such animals. They are unclean, and you must not touch their dead bodies. Context change. Fish in the water. Don't eat any fish without fins and scales. They must not be eaten. Fish without fins and scales must not be eaten. Fish without fins and scales must not be eaten. You may not eat fish without fins or scales. They must not be eaten. The reason why I'm repeating myself, because if you go to that verse, which is Leviticus chapters 11 verses 9, it says abomination like 4 to 5 times, because it knew that y'all were gonna love your seafood fucking boils and all of your seafood boils and all of your seafood boils. It knew you was gonna want it. Yes, Negros. It knew that y'all were gonna love your seafood boils. So it said it 4 times, if not 5. It is an abomination. You may not eat it. It is detestable. You must avoid the carcass at all cost. It says at all cost. This is what my older Pentateuch says. Your Bibles, your new Bibles, the King James don't say that. It doesn't say at all cost. Where's that part? It says avoid their carcass at all cost. So you shrimp, abomination. Crab, abomination. Lobster, abomination. Crocodile meat, abomination. Conch, abomination. Squid, abomination. Sea egg is abomination. Sea urchins basically is abominations. Starfish, abomination. Shark, abomination. Dolphins, abomination. Whale meat, abomination. Eel, abomination. Sea snake, abomination.
Crabs and lobster.
Huh?
Crabs and lobster.
I already said that. Where you say Tash? Seahorse, abomination. Not even as a may I say seahorse first. Meet me at that bone. Seahorse, abomination. The Bible says you must not eat any form of fishes without fins or scales from any water, rivers, or stream. If the fish doesn't have any fins or scales, you must not eat it. It has to have both of them, fins and scales. If y'all think stop eating seafood is bad, wait until I tell you you have to put your dogs outside and stop touching them. And also your cats. Wait until I tell you all that shit. You think stop eating seafood is bad? That law is bad? Imagine when I tell you about your dogs and your cats. Let's go. So none of these foods are supposed to be eaten. Nothing that doesn't... yeah, by the way, a mudfish, abomination. Oyster, abomination. Clams, abomination. Snails, abomination. Abomination. Stop tasting everything. What are y'all? Y'all fucking abominations? Are y'all pagans? You a washpot? You know what washpot is? The wash basin, when you get all the dirty plates and the dirty pots and you wash out all of the extra rice grains, because we don't use fucking dishwashers over here. We wash pots with our hands. So when you see all of the the muck from out of the rice pot, all of the gravy and whatever that's the extra little grains out of the meat pot when you finish washing it, you know the pan where you put the soap in and then you wash everything in it. When you're finished washing it, like it's mucky, it's filled with food and grease and all that shit. Yeah, that's the wash pot. That's y'all. That's y'all. Abomination. If y'all eat these things and y'all don't care about what the Most High says, y'all are abominations. Mackerel, Jamaica, dirty stinking mackerel. Jamaicans, dirty stinking salt mackerel, when I love so much, it gone to the morgue. Abomination, salt mackerel, abomination, mackerel, abomination. Yeah, mackerel with its period. Mackerel, the fish that has a period. Where is that? What that mean?
You don't know that? I'm sorry, because they're not growing here.
Yeah, I'm gonna grow here.
You know, I'm going to say, Miss Little, where I cook, and she said, mackerel and rice. I said, black mackerel, Miss Little can't spoil up.
Oh, yeah, I know that. Yeah. But I never remember the name there, some of them. I just remember the advertisement there. Jack mackerel, dirty stinking mackerel. And you know what's funny? We in Jamaica we call mackerel dirty bitch. Dirty bitch or dirty gal. We call it dirty bitch or dirty girl. Why the fuck would we eat something like that? Why would you eat something called a dirty girl or a dirty bitch? Like why would you? No more mackerel. Dirty bitch done, dirty gal gone to the morgue. Gone to the morgue. Another one to the cemetery. Me can't believe say mackerel dead. Me can't believe say mackerel dead.
Oh, my baby.
If you love the Most High, you put away the mackerel. I guarantee you he will replace it with oxtail. He did it for me. No, alright? Just put away the mackerel. He'll replace it with something else better. I'm telling you. Some nice vegetables. I'm saying some curry goat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some good fish. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Burrup. My first time hearing mackerel. Yeah, mackerel ain't got no scales. Mackerel ain't got no scales. Mackerel ain't got no scales. Yes, thank God for oxtail. No cap. Sardine, yeah, you can rock with the sardine, yes. Sardine has fins and scales, yes. Y'all can just Google fishes with fins and scales. Google fishes with fins and scales and write it down, family. Do the work for yourself. Everything I tell you, do the work also. Go on Google. Right? Huh? Yeah, and the small tuna. The small tuna, you can't eat them. The small tuna, you cannot eat them. The small tuna have no scales. Or they're so small that they only form on the belly alone. Small tuna only form on the belly alone, so you can't eat small tuna. Right? You can, but you see how you buy tin tuna or whatever, right? Not even that's good for you, but I'm just saying, if you're gonna catch a tuna fish, you can catch a big one. They got scales on them all over the body, but small tuna doesn't. Small tuna doesn't. That's why I've got a video up saying that tuna is not a fish to eat. Because if you realize the tuna that they're selling y'all is the small tuna. They're not selling the same tuna all across the planet. They're not selling tuna across the planet. You should read your tin. Read the tin and see what type of tuna they're selling you. The baby tunas that they sell don't have no scales on them. Big tuna do. So when you you can look at the tin and see what you're buying, or you can actually catch the fish your damn self, right? And see the big fat scales on them for yourself. You get what I'm saying? They're undeveloped and don't cover the entire body. Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there. The small tuna, they only cover the belly of the fish. So it's only like when a tuna becomes like a teenager that you start seeing scales all over, and then when they become an adult, the scales are fully formed. So you can say, okay, then this is a fish that can be eaten. You get me? So you can only eat it in its, I would say, in its adult form. Small tunas, don't eat them. I love fish. So do I. Just eat fish with fins and scales. That's it. Eat fish with fins and scales. That's it. That's it. Alright. Next one. Birds. Birds that can't be eaten. They are an abomination. You should hold them detestable. The tawny, the vulture, and all of these birds, there's several kinds. Now one of the several kinds of vulture, right, is the turkey. Turkey is a fucking jankro for all of the Jamaican them. Turkey a fucking jankro. Yanyam turkey neck, a jankro neck yanyam. A jankro neck, the pussy them cross the free. A chop up and a sell send come a Jamaica in a bomb. The free. A chop up and a sell send come a Jamaica in a bomb. The free. A chop up and a sell send come a Jamaica in a bomb buckler. The free. A chop up and a sell send come a Jamaica in a bomb. Turkey looks exactly like a vulture. A turkey looks exactly like a vulture. TikTok will suck your mother. People start report. People are reporting it live. Why are these pussy hoes reporting it live? And that's not even TikTok. That's people reporting it live, yo. Any of your little bitches that don't like me teaching the laws, go suck your mother and lift up out the ear. Why are you feeling some type of way because I'm reading laws? Because you want to eat abominations. You don't want you want everyone to eat like you and live like you, look nasty bastards. By the way, let's go back to the water, the things in the sea. I told y'all you can only eat fish in the sea with fins and scales. As my wife said earlier on, so when you look up the definition of the when you look up the verse, right, and it says no living thing in the water without fins and scales should not be eaten. When you look up the word living thing, it actually leads you back to fresh flesh plant. So that means you can't eat that means you can't drink no more sea moss. You can't eat no more seaweed. One more time, no more fucking sea moss and no more seaweed. One more time, no more sea moss and no more seaweed. One more time, no more sea moss and no more seaweed. And if y'all want me to prove it, I'll turn my camera on right now and show you in the Strongs when you press on when it says any living thing, right? I can show y'all right now. It literally says raw, fresh, flesh, plants. No plants from the sea can be eaten. Are y'all okay with that, or y'all want some proof for that? Which one? Because I ain't got no problem to make y'all feel even shitty. Because I know some of y'all, y'all just want to fight it. That's the reason why y'all want that proof. And I ain't got no problem to give it to y'all. Because if you want to fight it, I'm all the way in to let you know that you're wrong for fighting the truth. So I can show it to you if y'all want to. In the Strongs. The word, when it says living thing, look up the Strongs for that. Look up the Strongs number for the living thing. It literally goes back to raw, fresh, flesh, plants. So no more sea moss and no more seaweed. It's done. Is everybody here? Did everybody hear that? Can I move on? Did everybody hear that? Can I move on? Okay then. So, birds, as I was saying about the birds, right? Birds that can't be eaten, they are an abomination. You must hold them detestable. The tawny, the vulture, but the tawny in its several kinds, not 7 kinds, not 7 like number 7, several, way over 7. So, the tawny, the vulture. Now, as I said, turkey is a vulture. That's why you even have a vulture called the turkey vulture. You have a jankro, we eat dead meat. You have a vulture that eats dead meat. That's literally called the turkey vulture. And it's not a turkey now, but this vulture is called the turkey vulture. Why the fuck is that? Because turkey looks just like a vulture. It's one of the several kinds. It's the fucking cousin for the vulture. You're eating a vulture. Bow. So when you're eating turkey neck, you're namming jankro neck. You're namming vulture neck. Now if y'all want to carry on eating that abomination, then carry on eating it. Nobody gives a fuck. The Most High said if they want to sin, let them sin still. If they want to be righteous, let them be righteous still. Because the Most High is getting ready for the fucking kill. You think he's going to play with you, dumbass? There's so many meats to eat. And you don't have to name this bullshit. So no, the Bible says the tawny in its several kinds is detestable. The vulture. Turkey is a vulture. Turkey neck is a vulture. Turkey is a vulture. So when y'all talking about Thanksgiving, y'all are eating a vulture. When y'all are talking about Thanksgiving, y'all are eating a vulture. Wagwan, shalom. Blessings.
Yo, shalom, man. I've been wanting to check you out for a while, bro. But I see that you're teaching tonight, so I won't, you know what I mean, get involved too much. I'm just gonna listen in for a bit. But yeah, when you're on those topic, you know what I mean, like tonight's the teachable moment, so I'm not gonna really try to talk anything because I don't agree with Christmas or none of that stuff. So yeah, we on the same page tonight. But I just wanted
all praises.
I'm down for not a debate per se, but like a heart to heart, you know.
Brother, we can do that right now because I'm teaching the laws all night anyway. No worries, let's do that now. Let's get it over with. I ain't gonna wait till later.
Yeah, you know, because I don't know, man, but it's like people don't really think about righteousness anymore. You see that? And that's the problem of the world.
Gone.
Yeah. And we know for a fact that the time is running out. I don't know why we're wasting time, you know, about churches and religion and this and that. Well, we should be putting righteousness, you know what I mean, ahead of everything.
The Bible, right?
Yeah, the Bible.
Okay.
You know, righteousness is the gift of God. So, you know, I'm not one to be in any religion per se, but like the Bible, the word is the guide, you know. Yeah, and I like a lot of nights I've been here, you know, laughing at people because you're lamenting and they don't understand. But you be making them swelling up your heart too much though, bro.
No, nobody swells up my heart, fam.
I don't know if you're excited, but it's just sometimes it seems that way, you know?
Bro, I do this for a living, bro.
No, I know, bro. I've been watching you for a while.
So that's the point. Like there's gonna be nights where you're gonna get fully savage, and there's gonna be nights where you get sometimes soft. But if you realize you get 90% savage and 10% soft.
Yeah.
Because I'm here for a message.
Yeah, well, it depends on
so
who
there's
you're
no
dealing
swelling
with.
up of the heart. From the first time I came on TikTok, I've been like this. I haven't changed. So that means nobody swells up my heart.
Okay,
what swells up my heart is people being lack of knowledge and not willing to learn and not wanting to learn.
Yeah, but they
That's
can't.
what swells up my heart.
That way you need to understand that they can't learn because they're blind.
No, it's not. No. I don't need to understand it. I'm fully. I fully understand it.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I speak how I speak with all the fucking authority and don't give a fuck what anybody wants to say if they're coming with foolishness. It's simple
Yeah,
as that.
we
I'm
gotta
not gonna
shave
back
them
down
down, bro.
into the shit.
You gotta shave off all the bullshit before they learn anything, you know?
That's the point. That's the reason why I speak how I speak, brother. That shows you that I have no remorse.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I just came in to give a shout out tonight, but yeah, one of them nights, man. Cause you have a lot of good points, you know what I mean? And I could see that you know the Bible for real, bro. It's not just, you're not just talking from feelings, you know? So I appreciate that.
All praises.
Yeah, man. So I'm just letting you know you have somebody on your side, you know? Yeah, I've been trying to get my numbers up so I can join you live, and I finally did, because I'm in Canada. So it's not the same for everywhere. You need the numbers to get live. And you have to keep the numbers.
So do you have any questions, my brother, though? Thanks for the blessings. No cap. Thanks for the blessings. But do you have any questions before I get back?
J Fresh, you smooth.
They do it because they're lazy and they want to endorse in wickedness. They like wickedness.
Yeah. Sound con for real. Sounds like it evil hearts, you know. Yeah. Thanks for accepting the request, you know. I was just testing. And I see that you're a true brother, so yeah. Myself is a Jamaican too, but you know what I mean? Being abroad and trying to live a life of righteousness inside of Babylon, you know, it's rough.
For real. But thanks for coming up, though, my brother. It was a blessing.
Yeah, man. Peace.
You can come up again at any time.
All right. Yeah, man. I be watching, so I'll let you know, man. When I have some quiet time, because I have 4 children, so it's hard.
Fine.
Yeah.
All right. Shalom, my brother. Bless
yeah, man. Shalom. Peace.
Make it quick, boy. Make it quick. None of time for your fuckery in the night, bro.
Good night, Mash. One more. Tell Stasha to stop mute me and like.
Brother, stop it chatting, man, bad man. Stop it chatting, brother. Yeah, woman, you have strength for body, boy. I want to.
But what me I say?
Brother, stop have strength for woman, bad man. Stop comes they send threat to the woman in the dog. You know, no strength. Brother, I'm telling you, I'm staying, brother. I'm give you a bomb clock box, broke out your teeth, them in brother. I show you, brother. Can't guess the go on. You know, no strength in a bad man, man, you know. A woman alone, you have strength for you. No, you're doing a bad man.
No, I listen me combo, brother. But tell Stasha to stop mute.
No, tell Stasha nothing, man. Tell your big pussy mama to stop. Tell you to be a fucking idiot, man.
Yeah, what me I say no. The picture they will have up at the top and the Santa Claus at the bottom. What the comparison there, sir?
The comparison is that them say, yo, Santa Claus ear look woolly. You ever see a blood clot white man ear look so yet? The only time you see that ear that upon a blood clot judge head when them put on the fake bumbo clot wig. Why? Because them want be like we. That's why them wear the white woolly ear in a bumbo clot coat. That's why Santa Claus have on a fucking white ear upon him face, because he might try represent God. God have ear white like wool, which part him there in the north. The Bible said the most high dwelling place is in the north. And in the north neither, because north is south and south is north. We know that already. So we know say south it really I say.
Yeah.
The most high dwelling place is in the south.
Okay. Oh. I see.
At least if you learn more time, you learn more fuckery, brother. I could them question if you ask me and I learn, boy, your real self.
Me I learn about my real self through voodoo, but I say like.
Brother, you know say big woman thing, brother. yo, you brother, you feel lucky so me can't curse you in the dark cause brother, I'm tell you something. See people like you, we get chance after chance after chance after chance. You know, I keep on a mock the father, brother, by a mocking children them through conversation, brother. In a real life, brother.
No, but me have to, but you know, man,
To me myself with a one grace, you know, mercy, you know. That's why,
no, but
yo,
you
when
know,
God, that's why when God said we not for curse some pussy like Uni, you know, brother, we not curse Uni, you know, dog. Cause,
but
brother,
me for
one
say,
curse and you drop dead in a pussy hole in a real life, and you think
no,
my thing normal. You think you look up, me tell you, say, your goose is not stronger than mine, you know, dog. God goose him work with, no bad man.
but like,
Bad man is
alright,
bad man. If you talk to me, God too tough, boy, you bad man. You're dead tomorrow. I'm not laugh, dog. I'm serious, brother. You might not know because a Christian you deal with me. I'm not one of them bad man. Me not one of them, bro. Any girl fuck with me, mad out. Any boy fuck with me, dead. I'm to your youth. I'm to your
but
youth.
I
Brother,
can't take
stop
it.
come from a life with me, fuck with them, brother. And a real life, brother. Last time I want in a youth.
Mario never heard of the goat mouth. Masha idiot Dante, him can curse me.
Brother,
Him not have power.
brother, you're right, brother. Me can't curse you, brother, cause the
Him
father,
not
I
have power
lost me a
because
teeth right now, and father
Dante,
God said me can't curse you. He
one
said me
talk,
must
you
not
that
curse you.
means you
Brother,
ever
batty boy,
want
stop
to
chatting, no
ever
batty boy.
want me
Batty
want
boy, stop
to.
chatting, no batty boy. Me just read one law a while ago, we say you must not curse the children of your people. Me can't curse your pussy, you're right. But make me could have curse you, you dead, you fuck. Let me hear the hurt me no pussy and see if you're dead now. Make it, brother, the reason why you're not dead already, you know. I true, you know make my head hurt me, you know, youth.
Oh, me can't make it
Brother, if
head,
you ever
brother.
make my head hurt me, brother.
Oh, me can't make
If
it
me make my head
head.
hurt me, youth.
Come on, hurt your head. Because every time I want to talk to you,
Pussy, you
ever
can't
cut
hurt
me.
my head, batty boy. The only reason why you see me even not deal with you, youth, because me know say if you fuck say, yo, you try seek some form of spirituality, but you go about it the wrong way. And you lead people. You is a fucking shepherd. If me can reason with the shepherd, a whole heap of sheep can stop go throw off of the blood clot cliff, you know. If me can reason with the
Yeah,
shepherd,
me I lead the
and
black people them
the
down the
shepherd
wrong
can
path.
stop throw off the fucking sheep off of the cliff, you know. And that me I try to do in a pussy.
You see me I lead people on the wrong path.
Bad man, you leave people off a cliff pussy wall.
Me I
With a
lead people
batty
down
bumbo
the
clap. God, my
righteousness,
bumbo wall,
brother.
Buddha. Batty boy, you might actually even know in a brother, more hold you and Buddha in a dog. Actually, you know in a youth.
Brother, me not lead
Brother,
nobody down
brother,
the
you
wrong
tell me think for
path.
joke, bad man. Let me tell you something. Me will take you calling me a madman right now, brother. I'm serious right now, brother. I'm saying, I hold you and Buddha dog. See, him could have bring Buddha in a real life and make you stand up next to him. And God just take a, if you have superpower, take it from him. Just take it from him. I want him fat same way. I want him fist stay heavy. Someone swing off of me. I want, if him talk me feel it. You understand? I want to fight him in a bum buck like human palm, in a full strength. I want you to help him. Bad man, I fuck up it to a you
Brother,
and Jesus in the ring against me, you and me fuck up it to a
me
tear dog.
not lead nobody no stray, brother. You know the right me I teach the people them about
Right,
spirituality,
brother,
brother.
I stuck your mama to you, brother. I'm done with you, now, Mario. I tell you the
Alright,
truth, bad
good
man.
night,
It's
good
you.
night.
Father God have something for you, yeah?
Good
Hello. Alright, next law. I assume bumbuckler learning, you know, who can bumbuckler here, gon' bumbuckler feel, you know. Watch and see, batty boy, you gon' feel. Oh, alright. As I was saying, birds. So these are the birds that can't be eaten. They are an abomination. You should hold them detestable. The tawny, the several kinds, the vulture. I just told you that the turkey is a vulture. Turkey is a jankro. Turkey is a fucking jankro. Turkey neck is jankro neck. A jankro bumbleclat neck we eat. We're eating vulture neck. For who can't speak Jamaican, we're eating vulture fucking neck when we eat turkey neck. Vulture neck. Get it? Right? The several kinds of buzzard, all kinds of raven, the several kinds of ostrich, all kinds of cormorant, all kinds of ibis, all kinds of barn owl, the pelican, all kinds of pelican, and also the white vulture, which is the chicken, the bumbleclat chicken, the tree bumbleclat witchcraft bird. They made it in the lab. The fucking bird was made in the lab. They took 3 birds, the Cornish hen, the Plymouth Rock, and also the white Egyptian vulture. The white Egyptian vulture, and made the fucking chicken. The Bible says, you shall not mix any form of animals. You shall not mix your cattle, right? You shall not mix any animals. You shall not mix your cattle. You shall not mix any plants. You shall not mix any garments. Ye shall not mix any garments. You can only eat fish with fins and scales. Nothing else in the sea you may eat. Nothing else. Doesn't matter what it is. You may not eat anything without fins and scales. It has to have fins and scales. Alright? So back to the chicken. So this chicken. So chicken is an abomination. Chicken is made from 3 fowls, 3 birds. Right? 3 birds. Chicken make from 3 birds, Jamaican. 3 bumbucklap bird. God say enough for mixed bird. God say enough for mixed animal. God says you ain't supposed to mix no birds or no animals. It's simple as fucking that. So when they made the fucking white vulture, the white chicken, the Cornish hen, they took the DNA of the Cornish hen. You can Google that bird. They took the DNA of the Plymouth Rock. You can Google that bird, right? And they also took the DNA of the white Egyptian vulture. You can Google that bird. White Egyptian vulture. Google it. That's how they made the chicken. That's how they created the chicken. Not supposed to eat that bird. I have chickens in my yard for one simple reason. When they have the male fowl, he crows and tells time. Also, when there's too many of them, I catch 1 or 2, then I skin it and take up all the fucking the feathers and shit. And then I feed, then I fry it up a little bit in a pan with no oil. Just throw it in the pan and just turn it, get some brown on it. Then I feed it to my dogs because they're in the wilderness with me. They're in the wilderness with me. So the normal red jungle fowl, that is what you know, the normal fowl. Yeah, I raise those fowls to feed my dogs. And to and to have the male fowls to tell time. That is it. All right. So yeah, the stork, not supposed to be eaten. It's several kinds. The heron is several kinds. The hoopoe, several kinds. Or the bat. You're not supposed to eat no bats either. That's why the Chinese people have so much diseases in them, because they eat all those abominations. Now, the only 3 birds that can be eaten, 3 birds, they're all in the same family, as a matter of fact. They're the dove family, which is the pigeon. You can eat the pigeon, but not the flying rats you see in the UK. Not the flying rats you see in America. Those are flying rats. Those pigeons that y'all see in America, those are flying rats. Those pigeons you see in the UK, those are flying rats. You get what I'm saying? Not those ones. Not those ones. You can actually get farm-bred pigeons that's been in the wilderness. You know, that's on a farm or some shit. When they get let go, they eat grains. Yeah, not those flying rats. They're full of diseases. Don't eat those pigeons. In New York, in America, you know what I'm saying, as it pertains to like the cities and shit. Don't eat no city bird. Don't eat no city bird. Make sure any pigeon you eat actually comes from the countryside, some wilderness or something like that, right? So the first bird is the pigeon. And family, I made a video on this. If I showed you, Google cooked pigeon, Google roasted pigeon, just Google it and tell me if it looks nice. Then the next bird, right, is a dove. Google roasted dove and tell me if it looks nice. Then the next one is quail. Google roasted quail or fried quail or you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just Google it and see. Tell me if it looks nice. It actually does. Looks very nice. Looks very nice. The nicest soup I've ever eaten, and I'm not going to cap you, is pigeon soup. I ate that when I was a child. I've never tasted no soup nice like that. I always remember that taste in the back of my mouth. Every time when I think about it, I taste it. I taste it. You know what I'm saying? I can see the taste. Yo, that's how you know when you eat something really good. You'll always remember it, and you just think about it and you just taste it. Pigeon soup. My grandmother made me that, but because it was a soup, like the meat got boiled off. The meat got boiled off. You get me? But you know, you can roast the pigeon. You can put one in the soup, have one as a roast, you know, to eat the meat, and then, you know, drink the soup, the pigeon, the soup one. It's nice, I'm telling you. Just like if you made chicken soup, family, it's still a bird. I'm telling you, it's no difference. I'm telling you. My grandmother raised pigeons, and she made that soup once for me, fam. Once. I never eaten it again. I never eaten it again, and that was the nicest soup I've ever eaten. I ain't gonna lie to you. Pigeon soup. Yo, I'm telling you. Anyway, all right. Next law, right? The next law says. So remember the only three birds on planet Earth you can eat. The only three birds on the planet Earth that you can eat is pigeon, dove, and quail. One more time. Pigeon, dove, and quail. Not the flying rats in your cities, but pigeons outside of your cities. Right? You'll never find a quail in your city, so I don't have to worry about that. You'll never find a dove in your city. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're buying for weddings and shit. Right? So in reality, the only ones you really find in your city is pigeons. Don't eat none of those pigeons from your cities. Eat outside. Eat pigeons from outside. Buy pigeons, order pigeons from outside. Like from the country, from a farmer outside. You know what I'm saying? In the countryside or some shit. Yeah, pigeon, dove, quail, clean birds. How do we know this? Because we use pigeons and we use doves in sacrifices, and we also ate them also, right? When we used to eat one and sacrifice one, right? A female pigeon and a male pigeon. We would sacrifice the female one and eat the male one, right? We would roast the male one and eat him, right? Strip him off and everything and eat him, right? Bleed him out too, we'll bleed him out and everything. Cut his entrails out. You know what I'm saying? So pigeons and doves were used in sacrifices, and then the Most High told us that we could eat quails. Even though we killed the Israelites because they were gluttonous, quail is still a clean bird. You know what I'm saying? So those three birds are the only birds you can eat on the planet Earth. Right? No birds. They let doves go when there's burial. Why? I don't know. That shit's dumb to me. I don't even know. That sister, you always hear me answer questions, right? As soon as you said that, I was thinking about it too. Why the fuck did they let the doves go? Like, is it Noah? Or are they trying to find a fucking leaf? Are they trying to find a leaf to find land? What does the dove mean? Like, what the fuck? Shit. They just do some dumb shit. I don't attend funerals. I don't even understand that. Yo, for real. Yeah, alright, man. Thank you, wifey. Rest no, no? Alright, so. Alright, next law. Winged insects. All winged. You must sleep? What time? 8:14. Alright. All I'll be at you, man. Just want to teach you in lawyer and go all I'll be at. Bororo. Give me a second, fam. Alright, sorry about that. Alright, let's go. Alright, so the next set of laws, law 45, winged insects. All winged insects, right? So the context is winged insects. All winged insects that move on 4 feet you must hold detestable. Of all the winged insects you may eat the following: those that have legs above their feet so that they can leap over the ground. Leap. Now the brother asked me last night, he said when he went into the Strongs, it said to him that a grasshopper or a beetle. Beetles don't leap, so that shows you that something was added there that couldn't be, because the verse itself says winged insects that move on 4 feet you must hold them detestable. So if it's a winged insect and it moves on 4 feet, you must hold it detestable. Nasty, right? Of all the winged insects you may eat the following. So these are the ones you can eat: those that have legs above their feet so that they can leap over the ground. These are the ones you may eat. The several kinds of locust. So it's only locust. It literally says locust alone. The locust, right? The Solomham locust. There's several kinds of them. The Hargal locust. There's several kinds of them. The Hagab locust. There's several kinds of them. That's why there's so much millions of locusts on the face of the planet. Because the Hagab locust alone has like literally no fucking cap 40 or different species that they found. What about what they haven't found? The Hagab one. Hagab locust, 40 or different species of the same Hagab locust. See that? In there several kinds, but all winged insects on 4 feet you must hold detestable. All winged insects that on 4 feet you must hold detestable. So you can only eat locust. That's the only winged insect you can eat. The only form of insect you can eat. You cannot eat any other winged insect. So if you're starving and you find locust, you can eat it. Grasshoppers for the Jamaicans. Grasshoppers, right? Them. You can eat them. But you have to dry them out or cook them or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't eat them alive and like don't do that shit. Don't do that shit. Roast that shit. Roast it. You know what I'm saying? Dry it out, man. Something. Put a live grasshopper in your mouth and shit, eating it. That's some madness right there. That's mad. Alright. Next law. Contact with the context. This is how you know that I haven't been capping when I tell you about the dogs. The context says contact with unclean animals. Contact with unclean animals, right? It says, by these you will be made unclean until the evening sundown. Anyone who picks up their carcass must wash his clothing and be unclean until the evening. So before it even called out any animal, it told you that contact with them will make you unclean until the evening. And then if you touch their dead carcass, you will be unclean, right? Until put down something on it, but just mute it here, man. Then it's saying that if you touch this animal, you will be unclean until the evening, sundown, right? And whoever picks up its carcass, its dead body, must wash his clothing and wash himself and will be unclean until the evening, right? That's what it's saying, family. Then it's gonna tell you the animals. It says, animals that have hoofs but not cloven-footed and that are not ruminant herbivores, you are to hold unclean. Anyone who touches them will be unclean. Those 4-footed animals which walk on the flat of their foot, their paws, dogs and cats, must be held unclean. If you touch it, you are unclean. If you touch its carcass, you will be unclean. You must wash your clothing, wash yourself. You will be unclean until the evening. Now, how do you know I'm not capping on this? Go to the verse, right, which is Leviticus chapters 11, verses 27. Read the verse, and you will see, right as it says you're unclean, you will see semicolon. Google the definition of a semicolon. It will tell you it's in addition to a sentence that has nothing to do with the sentence as it pertains to how it's relating to the sentence. So one part of the sentence is talking about alive, and one is talking about dead. Those are two different things. Even though it's the same sentence, it's talking about two different things. So if you touch this animal alive, you are unclean. If you touch this animal dead, you are unclean until the evening. But remember, we read above in the context that it says contact with unclean animals. So if you touch it alive, you're unclean until sundown. If you touch its dead carcass, you're unclean until sundown, and you have to wash yourself and wash your clothing, and this is how you will be clean. Does everybody get that before I move on? Because I just told y'all and I just proved to y'all that your dogs and your cats make you unclean. Yo. Got your bed. All right. So let's carry on. So it says, yes, Salakia, those 4-footed animals which walk on the flat of their foot, right? The flat of their foot, right? Paws, basically their paws, dogs and cats must be held unclean until the evening. You are to hold them unclean, right? Now, context changes again. Small ground beasts. You see that Leviticus is not only about food, it's not. Who told you all that? Who told you all Leviticus chapters 11 is only about food? It's not. Small ground beasts. It's also about what you can touch and what you can't touch. Small ground beasts. These are the small beasts crawling on the ground that you are to hold unclean. The mole, the rat, the several kinds of lizard, the gecko, the koa, the laton, the chameleon, and the tinshamith. Right? These are all little lizards and shit. Y'all can look them up. I repeat them. It says the mole, the rat, the several kinds of lizard, the gecko, the koa, the laton, Letalm, the chameleon, and the tinshameth, 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 right? It says further rules on contact with things unclean. What does it say? Further rules on contact with things unclean. I told y'all. So your dog is unclean. Contact with your dog makes you unclean. And the Bible says you're supposed to keep yourself cleansed from one Sabbath to the next. Contact with your cat makes you unclean. Yo, hugging it and kissing it and all doing that nasty Caucasian shit. Stop the bullshit. So it says further rules on contact with things unclean. Of all small beasts, these are the creatures that you are to hold unclean. Anyone who touches them when they are dead will be unclean until the evening. Any object on which one of these creatures falls when it is dead becomes unclean. Wooden utensils, clothing, skin, sackcloth, any utensil at all, it must be dipped in water, and it will remain unclean until the evening. Then it will be clean. If the creature falls into an earthen vessel, which is, you know, your clay plates and your glass plates and your black glass cups, like your teacups, and it's like your clay cups, your teacup, glass or clay, it doesn't really matter. Those are earthenware vessels, right? It says, if it falls into an earthenware vessel, the vessel must be broken. Whatsoever the vessel contains is unclean. Any food that is eaten will be unclean, even if it is steeped in water. So it's saying if a lizard dies in your food, you have to throw that shit away. You can't steep it in water. If you see a dead lizard on apple, you can't wash it off and eat it. Right? You can't see one of these dead animals, a dead rat on an apple, a dead rat in your plate. You can't eat it, because the Father knows that rats shit and piss anywhere they eat. Once they fill their bellies, just like lizards do, they shit and piss at the same time. As soon as they eat, they shit and piss. They literally piss as soon as they start eating. They literally shit as soon as they start eating. That's why anywhere you had the food, that's where you find the rat shit. Not because you can't see water there, they also pissed. So if you have a clay plate or one of those teacups, that's a clay cup. You know your teacups, your normal, like what you call glass teacups, they're not glass, they're clay. The glass ones are the ones you can see through. The glass plates and the glass cups, those are the see-through ones. The ones that you can't see through, your white plates and shit, your clay plates. It says if you find a dead rat inside of it, it's like you're on the plate, right? You should break the plate, smash it. If you find a dead rat on a glass plate, you should break it. But if it's a wooden plate, right? You know, wooden, like calabash, like how the Rastas eat food out of the coconut shells that they make into dishes. Awa. Them use coconut too. Hear me I say, me see Ras use coconut. Okay. Okay, me know calabash is that the big bumbo like green something with tough narati, then you have to bust off the top. Me know that too. So either way, it's either a wooden dish or a coconut dish, right? Or it has to be of a tree. That's the point I was trying to make. It has to be of a tree, right? It has to be of a tree. So as I was saying, so any of those dishes can be dipped in water and they'll still be clean, and you don't have to break them because they're wooden. You just dip it in water even though the rat died, and dip it in water. Then you know you wash it, of course, but you dip it in water. And just because it went in water, it will be clean. And you know you wash it also. You get me? But let's carry on. So it says, anything on which a carcass of such creature may fall will be unclean. Oven, so stove, must be destroyed. How many of you are going to destroy your ovens and stove if you find a dead rat in it? Tell the truth. How many of you women on this live or men on this live are going to destroy your ovens, right, or your stoves? You know, the 21st century oven is different. It's not like you made one outside. You bought that oven. You spent how much fucking months of work paid to buy that oven, and now you find a dead rat inside of the oven. What are you gonna do with it? Tell the truth. Are you gonna clean the rat out? Tell the truth. Don't lie. With like 1,000,000 disinfectants, or are you gonna break it to pieces? Tell the truth. Don't lie. Are y'all gonna break up your ovens if y'all found a dead rat in it? Yo, you know what's funny though? Yo, Sweet Carolina, that wasn't a good answer, but it was an honest answer. No, it's not the right answer, but you know what? It's honest. At least you being honest. Some people say yes, and then when the shit happens, they ain't breaking that shit up. At least you was honest. But just for being honest though, I still have to correct you. As it pertains to you should do it. You should do it. You should do it. You have to break that oven up, break that stove up, and throw it away. The reason why you have to break it up is so somebody else doesn't use it. You have to smash it to pieces. You have to smash it to pieces. Yep. These are the laws. These are the... But you know what's funny? Everything that y'all have to get rid of is vanity of Satan. But because you had to work so hard for vanity, it's like to give it up. This is the reason why many of us will not make it, because many of us aren't willing to throw a whole stove away to please the Most High, because there's a rat in it. Because he wants to keep you holy like he is holy. He says, be ye holy as your Father in heaven is holy. So the Father's trying to keep us holy. But many of us, because we don't want to get rid of our vanity that we work so hard for, we end up disobeying our Father. And then we're going to pass away from the vanity and go to the lake of fire. You get what I'm saying? The vanity can't save us. I prefer to pick the Father over vanity any day. Alright, let's carry on. So the stove, so it says oven, stove must be destroyed, for unclean they are, and unclean they must be for you. Oven, stove must be destroyed, for unclean they are, and for unclean they are, and unclean they must be for you. All those springs and all those springs. Hey, I'm bedtime. That is it, man. Turn your side, man, and go your bed, man. Alright, it says also, let me read it again. Stove must be destroyed, for unclean they are, and unclean they must be for you. All those springs and wells and stretches of water will remain clean. So if you find a rat inside of a drum of water, you have to throw it away. The whole drum. If you find a rat inside of your water that you drink, you have to throw it away, even if that's the last one. You have to just have faith in the Most High. Have faith in the Most High. If you find a dead lizard inside of it, you have to throw it away. You just have to have faith in the Most High, that even if you don't have no more water, he's going to send more for you, because you had faith in him and you threw that water away because he said to do so. Does everybody understand? Does everybody understand? Alright, let's carry on. So it says, anyone who touches a carcass of theirs, of these rats, roaches, lizards, will be unclean. If any one of their carcass falls on any seed, like you planting seeds, If it falls on any seed whatsoever, the seed will remain clean. But if the seed has been wet and the carcass of theirs falls on it, you must hold it unclean. So basically, if I planted a seed and I didn't wet it, and the animal died on top of where I planted the seed, that seed will be clean. But if I watered that seed and the animal died on top of it, that seed will now be unclean. Alright, if one of the animals that you use for food dies, then anyone who touches the carcass will be unclean until the evening. Anyone who eats the dead meat must wash his clothing and will remain unclean until the evening. One more time. If any one of the animals that you use for food dies, so say I go outside tomorrow and I see one of my goats dead, then anyone who touches the carcass will be unclean until the evening, right? Anyone who eats the dead meat must wash his clothing and will remain unclean until the evening. Any small beast that crawls on the ground is detestable. Any small beast that crawls on the ground is detestable. You must not eat it. Any small beast that Any small beast that crawls on the ground, you must hold detestable. You must hold these detestable. They are detestable. Do not make yourselves detestable. One more time. Any small beast that crawls on the ground is detestable. You must not eat it. Anything that moves on its belly, its 4 legs, or more, in short, all the small beasts that crawl on the ground, you must not eat. These because they are detestable. Do not make yourselves detestable with all these crawling beasts. Do not defile yourselves with them. Do not be defiled by them. For it is I, Yahweh, who am your Elohim, Yahweh Shai. You have been sanctified and have become holy, because I am holy. Do not defile yourselves with all these beasts. I'm going to repeat that one. Any small beast that crawls on the ground is detestable, is abomination. You must not eat it. Anything that moves on its belly, its 4 legs, or more, in short, all the small beasts that crawl on the ground, you must not eat these, because they are detestable. Do not make yourself detestable, abomination, with all these crawling beasts. Do not defile yourselves with them. Do not be defiled by them. For it is I, Yahweh, who am your Elohim, Yahweh Shai. You have been sanctified, and I have become holy, because I am holy. Do not defile yourselves with all these beasts. Conclusion. Every living creature that crawls on the ground, its purpose is to separate the clean from the unclean, creatures that may be eaten from those that must not be eaten, creatures that may be touched from those that can be touched. Law 50. Purification of a woman after childbirth. Leviticus chapters 12 verses 1. If a woman conceives and gives birth to a boy child, she is to be unclean. Zai! Me have a war in the night in the youth. Go your bed. That's it for the man. Alright. Context change. Purification of a woman after childbirth. Leviticus chapters 12 verses 1. If a woman conceives and gives birth to a boy child, she is to be unclean for 7 days, just as she is unclean during her monthly periods. On the 8th day, the child's foreskin must be circumcised. She must wait another 33 days before her blood for her blood to be purified. She must not touch anything consecrated, nor go to the sanctuary until the time of her purification is over. Now, family, I ain't telling y'all as men to get no knife and cut off your son's foreskin. The Bible says you have to circumcise the heart. The Bible says if you circumcise yourself, you have to keep the whole law perfectly. And all these men that have been circumcised, they ain't keeping the law perfectly. They're hardly even keeping the law of pork. They're talking about don't pork, but yet they eat bread and fucking cakes and biscuits and shit from the store, full of fucking pork inside of it. You see what I'm saying? So don't worry about being circumcised as it pertains to. I wasn't circumcised. I'm like Paul. I wasn't circumcised. My mother never, or my father never circumcised me. You get what I'm saying? And when you go into the Bible, it speaks about circumcision of the heart from the Old Testament to the New Testament. The mind. We're going to get new bodies anyway, so I ain't worried about that. Let's carry on. So it says, when a woman gives birth to a girl child, she is to be unclean for 2 weeks, which is 14 days as her monthly period. She is to be unclean for 14 days, which is 2 weeks as in her monthly period. She must wait another 66 days for her blood to be purified. Family, I do these laws. I've got sons and I've got daughters, and I've separated from them in this time. No touching at all from first day to the last day. No touching. 7 days for the boy, then I count 33 more days for the boy. 7 plus 33. The girl, 14 days plus 66 days. So I counted 14, then I counted 66, added on to it. And I didn't touch her for that long. I didn't touch her mother for that long either. Right? We follow laws, family. You know what I'm saying? We follow laws. Let's carry on. Leviticus 14 verses 47 to 59. Leprosy of the clothes, red or green spot. So if you see mildew in your clothing, right, that's leprosy. If it's red or green, which is normally kind of greenish, but when it's dyed or when it's dead, it will leave a spot there, but it will become gray and it won't spread anymore, right? But if it's still spreading, right, it's going to be green or red. That's leprosy in the clothing. So it says burn by fire if you see it spreading after washing. Linen, woolen or woolen fabric or covering or leather article, whatever it may be, when it is a question of declaring them clean or unclean. Now next law, 52. Is that 52? 53. Okay. Leviticus chapters 15 verses 1. Sexual impurities of men and women. Read, if a man has a discharge or a woman has a discharge from his or her body, that discharge is unclean. While the discharge continues, the nature of his uncleanness or her uncleanness is as follows. Whether his or her body allows the discharge to flow, or whether it retains it, he or her is unclean. Bed/seat is unclean, shall be unclean, if he or she sits on it. If he or she sits on it, anyone who touches his seat or bed or her seat or bed must wash his or her clothing and wash himself, and will be unclean until the evening. Salakia. Bed, seat, spit, saddle, unclean. If the sick man touches them, clean persons must not touch unclean persons. Earthen dish, your clay dishes or your glass dishes must be broken if this person eats from, if you give them food inside of it. Wooden dishes, wooden plates, wooden utensils must be rinsed in water. If he or she is cured, he or she must allow 7 days for his or her purification. He or she must wash their clothing and wash their body in running water, and he or she will be unclean. And he or she will be clean on the 8th day. After the 7 days, he is clean. Bam. So that's also, so when y'all are having sex in your dreams, that's basically talking about wet dream. When y'all are having sex in your dreams, y'all are having sex with demons. Succubus and incubus. Incubus is a demon that turns itself into a nice, beautiful man for you, my sister, and then you have sex with him. Succubus is a woman, right? It's still a demon, male demon, who turns himself into a woman, then he has sex with a man. So he tricks the man to let him think it's the woman of his dreams. This person has sex with this demon in their dream, not knowing, right? And family, literally, as I say, demons have linked me up just like that. But I'm so good at dodging them in my dream now. It's amazing. Like, they can't trick me. They can't fuck around me. They will just, you literally just see a woman in your dream just come in front of you, sit down on a chair and just skin a pussy out. In drawers. She got drawers on. But she just skins the pussy out. No cap. And in yourself, in your mind, that's like, yeah, that's my dream. Nope. That's a bad dream. That ain't no good dream. That's a wicked dream. If you think a woman randomly just come skin a pussy out, right, in front of you, right, is a good thing, then something's wrong with you. Something's wrong with you. In your dream, just chilling, and all of a sudden, a random woman, right, even though you might know her face, she just come and skin a pussy out. You've never even spoken to this woman in this manner before. All of a sudden, she just come do this in your dream. That's a demon, bro. That's a succubus, incubus. Y'all need to know what y'all are doing. Y'all need to know what y'all are doing. Y'all are unclean. The Bible literally says, whether the discharge from the body, right, flows, or whether the body retains it. So whether y'all wake up with semen inside of your underwear as a man, or orgasm inside of your panties as women, or whether y'all wake up and don't see shit, as long as y'all had sex with that demon inside of your dream, whether you see the aftermath when you wake up or not, whether you see or not, you still are unclean. So if you wake up and you don't see nothing in your underwear, you still had sex with this demon, right? And you still bust a nut in your dream. You just never bust a, when you woke up, you didn't see it in your underwear. You know what I'm saying? You, woman, had an orgasm in your dream. It was just when you woke up, you didn't see it in your underwear. But many do see it. And many women wake up with their underwear all sticky and shit because she just had a whole orgasm, right? And then many men will wake up and they see their underwear sticky and shit because my nigga just bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? Okay, then. So y'all need to know that y'all are unclean when y'all have these dreams. All right, let's carry on. So it says, seminal discharge, right? Seminal discharge. This is law 54. Where am I at? Law 53. Okay. Seminal discharge, which is semen. This is Leviticus chapters 15 verses 16, which is semen, cum, sperm, ejaculation, right? Yeah, that. So it says, when a man has a seminal discharge, this is in Leviticus 15:16, right? Leviticus chapters 15 verses 16. When a man has a seminal discharge, he must wash his whole body with water, and he shall be unclean until the evening. When a woman has slept with a man, both of them must wash, and they will be unclean until the evening. So when you have sex, you're not supposed to lay down on it. You're supposed to go and wash your body. You're supposed to wash your body. You're not supposed to go to sleep after you have sex. You're supposed to wash your body, and if any form of semen or the woman's orgasm, her juices, all of the waters that's running from the river Nile falls on the bed, you're supposed to remove that sheet off the bed. You're supposed to change the sheets and put them in water or wash them instantly. You know what I'm saying? Put them in water to be washed, or wash them in. If it's in the night, you can put them in the water, then get up in the morning or in the sunrise and wash them, right? But if you can wash them at the same time, right, after, you know, after you bathed and stuff, yeah, you just wash them. You're supposed to wash the sheets and wash yourself. Does everybody understand that before I move on? Well, these are the laws that I did last night. I only did these laws like the body, then I stopped. All right, let's carry on. All right, now the next one is Leviticus 15 verses 19. Monthly period of a woman. Leviticus 15 verses 19. When a woman has a discharge of blood and the blood flows from her body, this uncleanness of her monthly period shall last for 7 days. So this is called the 7 days bleeding period, right? Even though you women might not bleed for 7 days, God gave you 7 days so you could bleed in, right? Because some women have longer bleeding days than some. Some women are heavier bleeders. Some women are different, right? Now it says, anyone who touches her will be unclean until the evening. Any bed she lies on in this state will be unclean. Any seat she sits on will be unclean. Anyone who touches her bed must wash his clothing and wash himself, and will be unclean. Until the evening. Anyone who touches any seat she sat on Anyone who touches any seat she sat on must wash his clothing and wash himself, and will be unclean until the evening. If there is anything on the bed or on the chair on which she sat, anyone who touches it will be unclean. So she had a leakage. If she had a leakage of blood on the chair or on the bed, anyone who touches it will be unclean until the evening. If a man sleeps with her, if a man pushes his penis inside of a period vagina, if a man pushes his penis inside of a period vagina, which I told you, many of you men, y'all have been doing that, because the women don't know that they're 14 days unclean. They just think that after they finish bleeding, they can go and have sex. So when y'all see blood on your penises a lot of the time having sex with these women, it's because she's still on a period, but she doesn't know. Or she's still in the bleeding period and she doesn't know, right? Or she's in the purification period because she's spotting, right? You go rile her up. It's like you see a whole bag of blood on your penis, but she was actually spotting, right? And when she goes home, she'll still be spotting. So it won't be nothing to her. It won't be, and she'll do it again the next time. These women don't know their bodies. A lot of women don't know their bodies. This is the reason why a lot of women are having sex on their periods and they don't even know. And you men think that y'all been damaging vaginas and shit because you see a little blood. No, my brother. No, my brother. You're having sex with a woman on a period. Let's carry on. If a man sleeps with her, right, he will be affected by the uncleanness of her monthly period. He shall be unclean for 7 days, and any bed he lies on will be unclean. If a woman has a flow, this is overbleed. Leviticus 15 verses 25. If a woman has a flow of blood for several days outside the period, or if the period is prolonged during this time the flow lasts, she shall be in the same state of uncleanness as during her monthly periods. Any bed she lies on during this time this flow lasts will be in the same condition as the bed she lies on during her monthly period. Any sheet she sits on will be unclean as it would be during her monthly periods. So the overbleed. So if you have a bleeding day, if your bleeding period is 7 days, right? The Father gave you 7 days for the bleeding period. You normally bleed for 4, but for some reason this week you bled for the whole 7, and then you kept on bleeding on day 8. Day 8 is now day 1. Those 7 days are gonna go to the garbage. You're gonna throw those in the garbage like it never existed. So if your period came on the 1st of every month, and it came the 1st of this month, right, and it went to the 8th of the month, that means it went over 7 days, 8 days. Those first 7 days, throw them to the garbage like they don't exist anymore. Why? Because your period is coming next month on the 8th. It's coming in the next month on the 8th. So when this 8th day of bleeding comes, because you overbled for the 8th day, that's now day 1. Right? That's now day 1. If you don't bleed on the 9th day, you still count 6 more days onto that 1 day. So 6 onto 1, that's 7 days. That's now your new period. That's now how your period is going to come. That's why it says clearly, let me read it for y'all. It says, if a woman has a flow of blood for several days outside the period, or if the period is prolonged during this time the flow lasts, she shall be in the same state of uncleanness as during her monthly period. So your normal period is done now. This abnormal period is going to be your normal period now. But it's not abnormal as in you're going to have problems. But next month, the extra day, the first extra day of your period. So if you know you bleed for 4 days, right? If you bleed over 7 days, the 8th day, whatever date number that is, you're gonna say next month your period is coming on the same date. The next month your period is coming on the same date. Where do I find this law? Leviticus chapters 15. Leviticus 15, fam. So it says, several days outside the period. All right, Salakia. So it says, all right. Any seat she sits on will be unclean, as it would be during her monthly period. Anyone who touches them will be unclean. He must wash his clothing and wash himself, and will be unclean until the evening. When she is cured of her flow, she will let 7 more days pass. Then she will be clean on the 8th day. So that's 7. Remember, if you have an overbleed, it's going to be 7 plus 7 plus 7. If you have a normal period, it's going to be 7 plus... As a matter of fact, the overbleed is 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 1. A normal period is 7 days bleeding period, 7 days purification period. On day 8th of the second 7, which is day 15, you're clean. So a normal period is just 14 days. On day 15, you're clean. And it makes a whole heap of sense because ovulation, right? The peak of ovulation, which is basically the start of it, which is always the peak, the start, because it's like you're ready, is on the 13th day after your period. It's like literally 6 days after your period. And if you count how long your period is, you'll realize it's always 12 to 13 days that your ovulation starts. So from the day of your original period, day 1 of your period, to day 13 or 12, that's when your ovulation starts. So after you have your period, so your period comes and you count all the way to 13 days after the period is gone and everything, and you reach day 13, from the day 1 of your period to day 13 where your period is gone, that's when your ovulation starts. So the Father said it's 14 days. He gave you an extra day to make sure you're in full peak of ovulation, right? 14 days of uncleanness, and on day 15 you're clean. Right? So it's 7 plus 7 plus 1. 14 days unclean. Day 15 you're clean. Right? So let's carry on. Conclusion. Her period time is 7 days plus 7 days more plus 1 day. That is 14 days, right? Added to 1 is 15. On day 15 you are clean. 14 days unclean. On day 15 you are clean. Remember, your bed, your seat, your spit, your touch, everything about you is unclean. You're supposed to separate from your husband. You're not supposed to sleep in the same bed. And I'm going to prove it. It says, conclusion, you must warn the sons of Israel of their uncleanness, lest they should die because of it, by being defilement to my tabernacle, which is set amongst them. Such is the law concerning a man with discharge, or a woman with discharge, anyone made unclean by seminal discharge, semen, a woman in the uncleanness of her monthly periods, a man or woman with a discharge, a man who sleeps with an unclean woman. Leviticus chapters 15 verses 31 to 33. Atonement must be kept. We don't have any high priest, so Yahushai is our high priest, the priest of the Melchizedek order. So repent, right, in the time of atonement, and fast, right? Fast, and it says you're supposed to not eat on that day. You're supposed to afflict yourselves, right? So you're supposed to fast on the day of atonement, right? And you're also supposed to repent. Leviticus 15 verses 31 to 33, right? So it says, next law, no eating of the blood. Leviticus 17 verses 10. No eating of blood. No eating of blood. Leviticus 17 verses 10. Yahweh will set, which is turn his face from that person, and will outlaw him from his people. The life of the flesh is in the blood. Pour out the blood on the ground and cover it with dirt. Adira, what you doing? Adira. Salakia. Next law, Leviticus chapters 18 verses 1 to 5. You must not behave like Egypt, like the Africans. You must not behave like the Egyptians, which are the Africans, where you once lived, / Babylon. Because the same way that you see America has, that's the same way of Egypt, the same way of Babylon. So you're not supposed to behave like how behave. You're not supposed to behave like that. It's wickedness, right? You must not behave as they do, right? You must not behave as they do. And this is law 58, right? You must not follow their laws. Law 59. You must not follow their laws. You must not follow the laws of these heathen, because they all go against the Most High's laws. Stop following their laws. Stop following their laws. If their law goes against the Most High's law, do not follow it. Next law, 60. You must follow my laws, customs, and keep my laws. By them you must lead your life. One more time. You must follow my laws, which is Yahweh's laws, God's laws, customs, and keep my laws, keep God's laws, right? Yahweh's laws. By them you must lead your life. I am Yahweh, your Elohim. You must keep my laws and my customs. Whoever complies with them will find life in them. I am Yahweh. Law 61. I am Yahweh, your Elohim, Yahweh Shai. You must keep my laws and my customs. Whoever complies with them will find life in them. I am Yahweh, your Elohim. Next law, Leviticus 18 verses 6 to 20. Rules for conjugal relationships. Rules for conjugal relationships. That's the context. None must approach a woman who is closely related to uncover her nakedness. I am Yahweh. Next law, you must not uncover the nakedness of your father or mother. She is your mother. You must not uncover her nakedness. Next law, you must not uncover the nakedness of your father's wife. It is your father's nakedness. Next law, you must not uncover the nakedness of your sister, whether she is your father or mother's daughter, whether she is born in the same house or elsewhere. You must not uncover her nakedness. Next law, you must not uncover the nakedness of the daughter of your son or daughter, for their nakedness is your own. Next law, you must not uncover the nakedness of the daughter of your father's wife, born of your father. She is your sister. You must not uncover her nakedness. Next law, you must not uncover the nakedness of your father's sister, for it is your father's flesh. Next law, you must not uncover the nakedness of your mother's sister, for it is your mother's flesh. Salak. Alright, let's carry on. You must salak. Okay, next law. You must not uncover the nakedness of your father's brother. You must therefore not approach his wife, for she is your aunt. How many of you all have had sex with your aunties because you said to yourself, it's your uncle? That's because you and your uncle are blood, but his woman is not your blood. So you said to yourself, you can have sex with your uncle's wife or your uncle's woman, your auntie. And you thinking that she's just his woman. She's his wife. He just doesn't know. His lack of knowledge. And many of you all are with people, women and men in your life, and you all don't even know that you all are married. You all don't even know that you all are married. Much if they do uncover it and have children, how do we call those children? Incest babies, they're incest. It's incest. It's incest. The ancestors of the past already had to go through that shit, so we didn't have to go through it. Right? The ancestors of the past, the ones from Adam's time, literally had to go through that shit. So nowadays we don't have to go through it. So if a brother and a sister have sex today, that's incest and nasty as fuck. We don't have to do that today. There's so many women out here. So that's incest, fam. Incest. You must not uncover the nakedness of your brother's wife, for it is your brother's nakedness. As a matter of fact, I skipped one. You must not uncover the nakedness of your daughter-in-law. She is your son's wife. You must not uncover the nakedness of your son-in-law. She is your daughter's husband. So you women sitting on your daughter's husband's dicks, and you men all up in your son's wife's pussy, y'all are abominations, and the father gonna fuck y'all up. And you men and women who sleep with your father and mother-in-law, y'all are trash. I don't give a fuck how fat her mother's ass is. I done that shit, family, and I was trash. I fucked a mother and 3 daughters, no fucking cap, and they're all fucking adults. I had sex with one of the daughters. Her sister liked me. I had sex with her too. Her next sister liked me, and she said, and because she didn't want the first one to know, she didn't even know I was with the second one. So I didn't even let her know any wiser. And I had sex with the third one, and all of a sudden I see the fucking mother, right, giving me the eyes. So I just tried it. I just tried it. I was like, yo, let me try this, and it worked out. And she was just willing to give me the pussy. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is where your daughters get it from. So is the mother. So is the daughter. So is the mother, so is the daughter. A mother and 3 daughters, come on, man. That woman never taught none of her daughters nothing good, fam. Nothing good. And the youngest daughter was 19 at the time. 19. I was what? I was 22. I was 22. But anyway, let's carry on. So it says, right? You must not uncover the nakedness of your daughter-in-law or son-in-law, right? For she is your son's wife, or she is your son's wife, or he is your daughter's husband. For you women, you must not uncover their nakedness. You must not uncover their nakedness. Next law: you must not uncover the nakedness of your brother's wife, for it is your brother's nakedness. Next law: you must not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter too. You see that? You must not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter too. You must not take the daughter of her son or of her daughter to uncover their nakedness. So you can't have sex. So you can't have sex with the mother, have sex with the daughter, and then on top of that have sex with the granddaughter. Nah. And then say she never had a daughter. Say she had a son. You can't have sex with the mother and then have sex with her son's daughter. That's madness. It's madness, fam, and it's wickedness. I'm telling you, many of us do this thing and think it's normal. A lot of these men out here, just like I was, we was just fucking pussy thinking, like, nobody's gonna tell you sleeping with a mother and 3 daughters is bad. They're gonna be like, yo, you're a don. I'm saying that was some gangster shit. Nobody's gonna tell me, oh, Mash, that was wrong. You think nobody told me that was wrong? No. Nobody told me that was wrong. Nobody did. Alright, let's carry on. You must not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter too. You must not take the daughter of her son or of her daughter to uncover their nakedness. They are your own flesh. It would be incest. Don't sleep with a woman's son's daughter or her daughter's daughter. That is her nakedness, for they are her near kinswomen. It is wickedness. Next law: you must not take a wife and her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime. You must not take a wife. So this is polygamy now. So this is one of the laws for polygamy. So if you want 2 wives, right, or you want wives, you can't take sisters. You must not take a wife and her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime. Right? Next law: you must not approach and uncover the nakedness of a woman who is unclean by reason of her monthly period. One more time. You must not approach a woman and uncover her nakedness, and uncover the nakedness of a woman who is unclean by reason of her monthly period. So y'all men are out here having sex with women on their periods. Y'all are nasty. Nasty motherfuckers. Alright. Then I'm abomination before Yahweh. Only the most, brother, if that was your life, brother, you have to understand it wasn't you that did the abomination. You're an innocent child. So the Most High will deal with that. If the Most High wants to cleanse you and make and give you a new flesh, remember, many of us are gonna come in abomination bodies, abominable bodies. And many of us are gonna have to go through some shit so we can show some people some shit and show people why it's bad and show people why it affects other people, right, and why they shouldn't do it. We should talk against these things. Use your experience and teach people. So many of us go through some experiences so we can come and teach people, not so we can complain about it, right? And act like we went through the worst life. You get what I'm saying? So use your experience and teach. Use your experience and show somebody else who's going through that experience how they can still seek Yahweh, right? Even in that type of situation, and not feel like they're lost, or not feel like they're nothing just because of that situation. Don't worry about it, bro. Just keep on keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. Hope and pray for the Most High to give you faith, and hope and pray that your name is written in the book of life. Everything's good about it. Don't worry about it. Bam. So with that being said, all right, next one. So it says, next law, you must not give your marriage bed to your neighbor's wife. You would thereby become unclean. You must not give your marriage bed to your neighbor's wife. You would thereby become unclean. Right? Now, law change. Right? Leviticus chapters 18 verses 21. You must not hand over any of your children to have them pass through magic to Molech. Children made pass through the fire, over a grave, over a dead body. Any type of magic, voodoo, obi, a sacrifice. It's a Canaanite ritual. Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, birthdays. It's all Canaanite rituals. Nor must you profane the name of your father, Yahweh, and the name of your Elohim, Yahweh Shai, in this way. I am Yahweh. Next law. You must not lie with a man as with a woman. This is a hateful thing. You must not lie with a man as with a woman. This is a hateful thing. Everyone in the live meets Black Rock. He's gonna write Hemlock Mashiachar for the next fucking half a day. Like, he's obsessed with me. You know why? Because he spoke against me, right? And then voodoo came down on him, and he thinks I voodooed him. So his life went to shit. His life went to shit. Someone voodooed his ass. The Most High allowed voodoo to bust his fucking head open. The Most High allowed voodoo to bust his fucking head open. Hemlock. Him right there. Right? So he keeps on taking set on me because he think I voodooed him. He came on my lives, family. Annoying me as fuck. Every day this man on my live. When I just came on TikTok, this man was following me up like he's gay or he's a homosexual. Somebody voodooed him. Somebody voodooed him. Somebody obia him. Somebody obia his ass. And he thinks it's me. He thinks it's me because guess what? When he tried to think about who did he really fuck with, he couldn't really meditate on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Because he doesn't fuck with people in real life. He only fucks with you on TikTok. And I don't think he fucks with anybody else on TikTok but me. So the only person he could think of, or why he would get a swollen foot, or a fucking or a fucking voodoo house, or he's seeing duppies and fucking ghosts run around him all the fucking time, right? Or he's going crazy eating out of garbage bins, is because he's fucking with me. That's the only thing he could think of. Oh, I'm fucking with Mash. So I wonder if this is the reason why my life is being fucked up and voodoo is coming at me. Yes, dumbass. The Most High allowed that shit to come at you because you're playing with me. So the Most High sent voodoo after you, dumbass, by sending evil after you, dumbass. Clown. Clown. You see how your mouth shut up? Because you know I ain't lying. You know I don't do voodoo. You know that the Most High opened up a gate because just like the Bible says, you cannot touch a hair on his anointed's head. I don't know if I'm anointed, but I will know for a fact that I'm one of his babies. I know for a fact I'm one of his babies. And if you touch one of my babies, I'm going to fuck you up. You ain't one of his babies, my boy. You're an idiot. You're a fucking idiot. So keep on fucking with me and see your life just fall to shit. Keep on fucking with me. Thank you. Keep it up. Hemlock. Who's like Hemlock? Remember when you used to come in my life and fuck with me all the time, every day, every minute, every second? All of a sudden now, Hemlock, your life is shit. You're living a shit ass life. You're Hemlock, you don't even know what to do no more. Hemlock is crying in the corner. My life is shit. I shouldn't have fucked with Mash Israel. I shouldn't have fucked with Mash Israel. Keep on fucking with me, Hemlock. You think this voodoo you're gonna come out of this one next? You ain't coming out of this one. If the Father put you through some shit and you knew, right, and you know, right, and then you still go do the same shit after again, it's gonna be double this time. Suck your mother, batty boy. You never know. Don't fuck with the Most High pit nipple soul. You're gonna get it. You're gonna learn before you burn. Black Rock. Cause he's a real batty boy. I never see a man follow up a next man so yet. And him say he's a Jamaican. He's a batty boy. Suck your mother batty boy. Alright. Back to the laws. Now, law 81. You must not lie with man as with woman. This is a hateful thing. Y'all realize as soon as I said that law, Black Rock popped in because he fucks ass. He's gay. You never see, if a man is gonna follow you up 24/7, 94/6 to troll you, he's gay. He's attracted to you. He gets hard off you. This is the reason why I deal with him like that. Because I'm like, if this nigga's attracted to me, I have to let him get unattracted. Move with the gay shit, you little faggot ass nigga. What's wrong with you, gay boy? Fuck out of here with the faggot ass shit. You're Jamaican and you're a batty boy, brother. Brother, if a somebody who they want to suck, it's not mine. You can't suck my cock, youth. Go suck Satan cock. Go bend over for Satan cock. You can't bend me over, batty boy. None of you can bend me over. I'm straight like bumbuckler, alright, you know. So I'm gonna see why y'all follow me up, M-Lock. Me no fuck man. Me no fuck man. You fuck man. If you wanna fuck man so bad, go to New Kingston, right? And stop fucking with my page. Because the more you fuck with me, God gonna fuck with you. And obey you some more pussy. Suck your mother, brawling. Batty boy. Me never see a man follow up a man say yet in my life. And him now have no shame, me no look a batty boy, you know. I don't like him even not saying nothing good, no, the man repeat the same message over and over. That's gay. Brother, if you don't know, say, brother, if somebody tell you say you're a batty man, right? You just take it for a joking thing. Brother, look what you do now, brother. It's a gay action. You follow up a next man. That means that you have gay in your intentions. You fuck man. You penetrate man batty hole, but you can't penetrate me pussy hole. Suck your mother, brawling. Batty boy. Faggot ass boy. Brawling. That me I tell you. Pussy. Bumbuckler batty boy. I never see a man bumbuckler move like that man in my life. I say you know, say it have to be a batty man. It have to be a man who fuck batty. Have to be a bumbuckler batty man. Have to. And family, I want to hear him. The man speaks like he's from the ghetto. So that means this nigga is in the ghetto hiding in fucking ass. This nigga is in the ghetto hiding in fucking ass. Now, I don't want nobody to mute him. I want to rebuke him. I told y'all I'm doing laws tonight, so it doesn't really matter. The Most High said, here comes the word is coming out, and Satan comes to take away the word. What did I speak about as soon as he wrote his first message? The law I spoke was, you must not lie with a man as with a woman. This is a hateful thing. As soon as I said that, he popped up. Because he's a faggot. He's a batty man. As soon as I said, the law 81, you must not lie with a man as with a woman. Right? Listen what I said. As soon as I said, you must not lie with a man as with a woman, bam! Black Rock popped up in the comments. That's the Most High showing him that he's gay, and the Most High is exposing him. That's the Most High showing him that without him, even with him hiding, the Most High is exposing him, even him hiding in the dark fucking ass. Even though he goes into darkness and has sex with men's anuses, everything that is in the dark must come to light. As soon as I read, you must not lie with a man, you must not fuck a man in his arsehole and put your penis inside of a man as you would put your penis inside of a woman, this is a hateful thing. All of a sudden, this nigga popped up. Tell me this nigga ain't, tell me the Most High isn't fucking telling me this nigga is a faggot. Tell me the Most High is not telling me this nigga is a faggot. As soon as I said the verse, the man popping at the blood clot live, you know. Batty bumbo clot boy, you know. Brother, me no fuck man dog, I suck your mother boy. Hear that? Brawling man. You must not lie with a man as with a woman. This is a hateful thing. Family, this is why Black Rock hates straight men. When you're straight, men like Black Rock will hate you because they lay with men as they would lay with a woman. They do this hateful thing. They damage men's buttocks because they have a demon on them which chooses to sodomize men and sodomize boys. This man sodomizes boys. Black Rock, look at him carefully, family. You see what picture he's got up? Jay-Z. He's had up that picture since the first time he came on TikTok. These niggas know me from the first time I've been here. 2 years ago, fam, or a year ago, should I say. I'm now 2 years on TikTok. And this nigga has the same picture of Jay-Z, who's on the fucking Epstein list of fucking children. He does the same thing. He's gay. He's a homosexual. Anybody can go on his page and figure out who he is quick and fast. It's not hard. I already figured out who he is. He's easy to die as well. Yo, but if you never know Black Cracker, easy for dead, no pussy. Easy for dead. True father got some enough for kill off, no for owner. That if you know Batty Boy. Cause you dead a long time, Batty Boy. You follow up, man, like you want fuck, man. You can't fuck me, Batty Boy, cause suck your mother. Me no fuck, man, Batty Boy. Suck your mother. Brawling. As I was saying, you must not lay or lie with a man as with a woman, just like BlackRock sleeps with men and little boys. This is a hateful thing. This is a hateful thing. You are a faggot if you do that. You cannot say you're not gay, but yet you want to chase a man down. You're gay. You cannot say you're not gay, but yet you want to follow up a man and write a million comments, the same fucking comment for a million times. You're gay. You can't say you don't care, but yet you're gonna jump up on the live and write some shit or even send a request and argue with somebody that you say you don't care about. You're gay. Fuck out of here with that shit. Alright, next law. You must not lie with any animal. You must not lie with any animal. You would thereby become unclean. A woman must not offer herself to an animal to have intercourse with it. This would be a foul thing. And many of y'all are fucking animals. I think BlackRock also fucks animals. I do. I'm not even capping. Because the Bible says, when you look up the definition of the word mankind, when it says man shall not lie with mankind, right? Man shall not lie with mankind, right? When you look up that word mankind, it leads you back to male, animal, and then also child. Male, animal, child. So you realize when these gay boys, right, they love to have sex with men, and then it's like the demon gets bored of that, so they start, you know, they start fantasizing about having sex with animals, and because they can go to prison and shit, but some of them still hide, right, in dark houses and shit, dark rooms, having sex with animals and shit. In reality, a lot of them do it, but if they can't get the animal, they go straight to the boy, the young child. If you look up the definition in the Strongs of mankind, it says male, animal, and child. So these are the three things that a homosexual man chases after. If you look in real life, you see them having sex with men, you see them being furries, having animal fetishes, and then you also see him going after our children, specifically the boys. This is what they do. They're fucking faggots in reality. Seal, it's bumbleclot seal. Kabati boy, go suck your mother, brawling. As I was saying. So it says, yeah, you must not lie with any animal. You must thereby become you will thereby become unclean. A woman must not offer herself to an animal to have intercourse with it. This would be a foul thing. Foul, nasty. Suck your mother, nasty bumbleclot. Nasty. You better not write one more comment. But you see though, as soon as I started telling him what he is, all of a sudden he shut up because he knows what he is. He knows he's a fucking faggot. He knows. I just beat him down with his own fucking words. His own fucking words. You know why? These are words that he's hiding from himself in the darkness. He tells himself he's not gay. But as soon as nobody's looking at night, he goes on Pornhub and watches gay porn. Nobody can't tell me shit. This nigga's fucking gay. This nigga's been following me up now from 2021. No, from 2021, 2022, 2023. Come the fuck on. Come the fuck on. You're gay, bro. You're fucking gay. As I was saying, right, next law, do not make yourselves unclean by any of these practices, for it was by such things that the nations that I have expelled. So what did God do to these nations? He expelled them. He fucking expelled them. That's why these nations can't chat shit to you. This is a law that God expelled the other nations. He says, do not make yourselves unclean by any of these practices, for it was by such things that the nations that I have expelled to make way for you made themselves unclean. Do not observe the hateful practices that were observed before you came. Then you will not be made unclean by them. I am Yahweh. Leviticus 18 verses 24 to 30. So unclean. Do not observe the hateful practices that were observed before you came. Then you will not be made unclean by them. I am Yahweh. Leviticus chapters 18 verses 24 to 30. Did everybody get that one? Can we move on to the next one? On to the next one. Alright, now Leviticus chapters 19 verses 1 to 4. Be holy, for I am Yahweh. It's like, yeah, be holy, for I Yahweh am holy. Yeah, that's law 84. Be holy, for I Yahweh am holy. You get me? Be holy, for I Yahweh am holy. So you're supposed to be set apart, not be like everybody else. Next law, do not turn to idols and cast no gods of metal. I am Yahweh, your Elohim. Leviticus 19 verses 9. When you gather your when you gather the harvest of your land, you are not to harvest to the very end of the field. You are not to gather the gleanings of the harvest. You are neither to strip your vine bare, nor collect the fruit that has fallen in your vineyard. You must leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am Yahweh, your Elohim. One more time. Leviticus 19 verses 9. When you gather the harvest of your land, you are not to harvest to the very end of the field. You are not to gather the gleanings of the harvest, like the little droplets. So say for instance, say you had ackee on your land, right? And you picked ackee all in ackee season, and then there's a little bit of ackee left, right, on the tree. Like, you're not supposed to eat every fucking single ackee, every single apple, every single orange. No, leave some of them to either fall for the poor, for the birds, right? Or leave some of them for the poor to pick. You can't, the Bible says you're not supposed to clean your whole vineyard. You're not supposed to gather in all the harvest for yourself. So when you gather your harvest of your land, you are not to harvest to the very end of the field. You are not to gather the gleanings of the harvest. You are neither to strip your vine bare, nor collect the fruit that has fallen in your vineyard. You must leave them for the poor and the stranger. I am Yahweh, your Elohim. And many of y'all in Jamaica, you all see somebody in your yard, even in America, you all see someone in your yard on your tree, you're probably going to shoot him. You're probably going to shoot at him. You see some stranger in your yard picking off your tree, you're probably going to bust some shots at him. There's this video in Jamaica, right? There's this fruit called breadfruit tree, right? It's like this round ball family. Let's just say you can get the big ones like the maca breadfruit. They're the shape of a bowling ball. So think about a bowling ball on a tree, right? Many bowling balls on a tree, but it's called breadfruit. Think about one left. Somebody coming and cutting half of it and leaving exactly half still on the tree. Yo, I saw the video. Yo, the nigga was pissed. The nigga said people was evil, but nah. When somebody picks your fruit, they'll take the whole fucking fruit. This person had the conscience to leave half of that breadfruit for you. This person had a conscience, yo. Yo, if I saw a breadfruit on a tree, my brain ain't telling me to cut that in a perfect half and leave the next half for you, brother. I'm not lying. I'm taking the whole breadfruit home. So obviously you know that must have been one of your friends. One of your friends was hungry, came to your yard. Your dogs never bark because your dogs know that friend, right? They cut the breadfruit perfectly in half, go cook their half, and left you half. So even though you're cussing and shit, they had courtesy to leave you half. Normally people would just took the whole fucking breadfruit and gone about their business, or the whole fruit and gone about their business. They wouldn't left you half. And funny thing, family, it was still on the stem. They cut it on the stem and left it on the stem. Like the next half was still on the stem, hanging. Half of a fucking breadfruit. Yo, that video was funny as shit, I ain't gonna lie. Anybody can pick my fruit on my trees and I see it okay with me. Khan, it's supposed to be okay. It's supposed to be okay. It's supposed to be okay, fam. No cap. Right? Alright, next law. You must not swear falsely. Swearing meaning making an oath. You must not make an oath falsely by my name, profaning the name of your Elohim. I am Yahweh. You must not, next law, you must not exploit or rob your neighbor. You must not exploit or rob your neighbor. You must not exploit or rob your people, your black people, You must not exploit or rob your own black people. You must not exploit or rob your black people. You must not exploit or rob the niggas. You must not exploit or rob your own people, the niggas. I hope that fucking part sank in your head. Stop exploiting and robbing your own people just to survive. Not because you're suffering, that doesn't mean you have to join into the government's shit, the government's fuckery, the government's foolishness, the fucking deceivers and the fucking elite's foolishness to also exploit and rob your people just to make it. Just to make it. Tash told you not to write a next comment and you wrote a next comment, or you was in your feelings, and as soon as I stopped talking, as soon as I stopped calling you a faggot, right, you think you can come and write? So do I have to call you a faggot again? Yo, what's wrong with Hemlock, man? Hemlock is gay as fuck. Anyway, all right, now next one. You must not swear falsely by my name, profane. Slacky, my apologies. You must not exploit your neighbor, right? Or exploit or rob your neighbor. Next law. You must not keep back the laborer's wage. What does the law say? You must not keep back the laborer's wage until the next morning. So when you owe people for their work, pay them, bitch. When you owe people, when you owe people, right, for their hard work, you must pay them their wage. Emlak go suck your mother, you go stay in the guest. You're gonna stay in the request box like a bitch for the whole night. Got your bed pussy wall, man a fuck man, batty boy. Go suck your mother, stay in the guest request. You never get let up in this. Batty boy. You're gonna beg for talk and can't talk. You can't know when people want clout, you know. You know nobody know nothing for do. You can't know when people bumbo clot know nothing for do and look blood clot friend, you know. Bad man, you can't fuck me, dog. Go fuck the bumbo clot gully boy, them up a bumbo clot New Kingston. Them batty boy, they will live in the gully. Them if you go link up. And them if you go chat to. Tell you they are bumbo clot, send me request, batty boy. Go suck your mother. Fucking batty boy. As I was saying, now, it says you must not keep back the laborer's wage until the next morning. The law of God says you must not keep back the laborer's wage until the next morning. A lot of you fucking bosses love holding on to people's money. Or firing people right before you're supposed to pay them so you don't have to pay them again. God is gonna fuck up every single one of y'all. God is gonna fuck up every single one of y'all. God is gonna fuck up every single one of y'all. Every one of y'all getting it. You don't know how hard that man worked to feed his family and you want to hold back his money. You don't know how hard the sister is worked for her to feed her family and you want to hold back her money. People work for their money, you pay them. You give people, that's why one of the laws is give what you owe. Give what you owe. Give back what you owe. If I work for you, the law says you must not keep back the laborer's wage until the next morning. Pay me, bitch. That means we were never even supposed to be paid monthly. We were supposed to be paid daily. We were supposed to be paid daily. If they paid you daily, they couldn't tax you, family. You know that? Because they couldn't follow it. They couldn't follow it up. They couldn't. That would be too much numbers for them. Some boss pay on Saturday when the shop locked. They should pay you every day. Every single day the boss should pay you. We're in slavery. Some of us live off our daily pay. Like some of us, because we're working in some form of shop or some shit like that, we walk to work and we're eating lunch or food from leftovers last night because we had no money. If we were getting our daily pay, that would help us a lot. Daily bread, that's what it's called, a daily bread, daily pay. Some of y'all can't save your money. That's the reason why you need your boss to save it up for you and pay you at the end of the month. Some of y'all can't save your money because you're weak as fuck. So you need your boss to save it up for you to pay you at the end of the fortnight. That's the reason why people are okay with getting the big wad of money. Because they can't save. They can't save. They can't save. So they need a boss to save it up for them for the whole month and pay them that big walk. And because they have the big walk, they'll end up spending the fucking majority out of it and then have a little bit left, have a little trumps left, and that little chumps is be what it will be what brings them back to work the next week. No fucking cap. Let's carry on. Next law. You must not curse the dumb, nor put an obstacle in the blind man's way, but you must fear Yahweh. You must not curse the dumb, nor put an obstacle in the blind man's way, but you must fear Yahweh. There's many people out here that are dumb or blind, right? And you'll put obstacles before their way. You'll curse them and tell them about, oh God, like you'll get angry at them and tell them, oh God cursed them, and you know what I'm saying, they're abominations, and it's because they're wicked and blah blah black sheep, and you're not gonna help him. You even tell him you're not gonna help him because you don't want to help him, and their judgment falls on you. Father never told you that shit. You're a wicked ass bastard. Father never said that for you to repeat that to them. Their judgment is them being blind, of course, being dumb, of course. But the Father never told you that he needed you to help him with the judgment. He said he made the wicked for the day of evil. So if you're that wicked person that the Father made for the day of evil, that means you're a piece of shit wickedness. That means you're not righteous. If you don't help them, that means you're the wicked that the Father made for the day of evil. So when people like those who need help, you will see them and rebuke them and treat them like shit because you're the wicked for the day of evil. Proverbs 16:4. God made all things for himself, even the wicked for the day of evil. So when you see these dumb or deaf people and you scorn them, you treat them like shit, you abuse them, right? You're the wicked that the Most High made for the day of evil. You're a piece of shit. When you see the fucking homeless needing help and you walk past them and tell them you ain't gonna give him no money, and you chase them away, you're the wicked for the day of evil. You're a piece of shit. It's you. You're the wicked for the day of evil. Yo, soul man, go suck your mother now, man. Me a muted tonight, pussy. Go suck your mother, man. Brawling. Auntie, man. No fuck, man. Soul man, go suck your mother. Soul man, go suck your big pussy, mama. You want them a little fall out, man, to in a batty boy. You little fall out, man. I'm telling you, fuck, man. Brother, if me not like you, brother, me not come on your life, brother. On a love, man. Let me tell you what it is. Y'all niggas don't like the fact that my born Haile Selassie. Haile Selassie is a batty, man. Haile Selassie is a fucking Caucasian slut piece of trash. Knobhead. Shithouse. Dog shit. That's Haile Selassie. That's your king. A man who's a human, who said he was a human. Who told us we're the gods. I am Haile Selassie's king. I am Haile Selassie's god. Haile Selassie's trash. Dog shit. That's your problem. Go suck your mother and go suck Haile Selassie to batty boy. Cause you're all, as long as I'm not talking about Haile Selassie, this is your problem. Every time I talk about my Yahweh Shai, you have a problem. If I'm not talking about Yahweh Shai or the Son of God, you will be on my live learning, soaking up all of the fucking knowledge like a bitch. Like the bitch that you are. Because only a bitch soaks up knowledge, and then when they figure out that something is in there that they don't like, they're gonna cuss you out and go the most way. Haile Selassie is a piece of shit. Fuck you and fuck your blood clot stupid God. You're human God. I would step in his face, step in his neck, step in his eyeballs, break his nose, break his legs, break his arms. Go suck your mother and go suck Haile Selassie batty boy. Oh no, man. Batty bumbo clap boy. You know follow out, man, like on a love, man. Me no follow out, man, pan TikTok, you know. Cause me no fuck, man. If I even go on a live and rebuke, you don't see me back, pussy. Go suck your mother, you ain't seeing me back. I'm gone, bye. Once I brush my heel back off, you're done with. You see Third Eye come in my life tonight, but he want to say something, say what? I brush off my heel back with Third Eye like 10 years ago, fam. Some of these niggas are dumb. I brush my heel back off with them. There's no more trying. Suck on the mother brawling. Next law. It says, Leviticus 19 verses 17. You must not be guilty of unjust verdicts. You must neither be partial to the little man nor overawed by the great. You must pass judgment on your neighbor according to justice. I thought we couldn't judge. I'm judging every fucking one of y'all. As long as I ain't doing the bullshit, I'm judging you. And I expect y'all to judge me too. But make sure you're judging me in righteousness. And make sure you're judging me for something that I am doing. Because if you come say some shit that I'm not doing, I'm going to rebuke the fuck out of you like a piece of shit that you are. Because you're a false witness. You're bearing false witness if you come tell a lie on me, bruh. And that's what I'm not going to fucking allow for a fact. One more time, you must not be guilty of unjust verdicts. You must neither be partial to the little man nor overawed by the great. You must pass judgment on your neighbor according to justice. According to justice. You know what justice is? You know what justice is? It means righteousness. So you do this in righteousness. Righteousness. And Black Rock, you're gonna stay in the background like a bitch for the whole life and hear this bitch. Hear this bitch. Fucking like a batty boy. Suck your mother. Law number 92. You must not slander. You must not slander your own people. You must not jeopardize your neighbor's life by baseless capital charge. I am Yahweh. So these gay ass niggas coming on my live, slandering me, right? Because one of them don't like the fact that I don't like Haile Selassie, and Haile Selassie is not our God. The second one, he's obviously some gay ass nigga or some shit, because he believes in Egyptology. Believe in that Egyptology. I don't believe in that Egyptology bullshit. So Hemlock, Egyptology, fucking Soul Man, fucking Haile Selassie is his God. Two waste, man. They want me to believe in waste, man, fam. They want me to believe in waste, man. And because I don't believe in it, these men are in there. These men just go on their periods instantly. Fucking waste, man. What's wrong with you niggas? Y'all need to man up and stop the bullshit. Not everyone's gonna like what you do. Y'all are abominations, and many of you. And many of y'all are faggots also. So with that being said, you must not slander your own people, and you must not jeopardize your neighbor's life, i.e. by baseless capital charge. So when y'all see me, just leave me the fuck alone. I don't know you. I ain't coming after you. Leave me the fuck alone. Are you gay? Shit, what's wrong with you? Next law. You must not bear hatred for your brother in your heart. So when y'all are following me up for 2 years, coming on my live, just chatting off your shit, you hate me in your heart. Your heart is bubbling with hatred. Your heart is bubbling with hatred. And then it looks like a faggot hatred because you're obsessed. So it looks like a faggot hatred. It's just like when a faggot doesn't get a chance to molest a child. How they start screaming and going crazy and shit till the point you have to chop their fucking heads off. Yeah, because any gay boy who gets in their feelings, any faggot who gets in their feelings because they're not able to touch a child, like how you see all these faggots and fucking lesbians getting in their feelings, right? Because we go against them trying to touch our children, they should all die. Because that's a dangerous fucking faggot. That's a dangerous fucking faggot. A faggot who wants to touch your child but you won't allow him to. That faggot will do what? Unalive you. Because they have the seed of Satan in them. They are the seed of Satan. And then after they unalive you, they probably have sex with your dead body. That's how nasty these faggots are. No fucking cap. No fucking cap. There's been many men found with condoms inside of their asses, right? That means a faggot unalived them, probably still fucked them while they was alive, or while they was dead, right? Left a whole nut in the crime scene so they could get kept. I don't even get that part. You sodomized the man and left fucking evidence at the crime scene. I'm so happy when they catch y'all. That's the Most High right there. I'm so happy when they catch y'all. Y'all should get the death penalty. Die, bitches, die. Come on, they ain't mocking us. They mocking the Father, and the Father gonna fuck them up. I told y'all on my platform, I ain't scared to say shit. This ain't your normal TikTok. Okay. Next law. You must not bear hatred for your brother in your heart. You must openly tell your neighbor of his offense. This way you will not take sin upon yourself. So I openly tell a lot of people about, their sins, right? Because the Bible says to judge. You know what I'm saying? In all wisdom. So, if I know something and you're making a mistake as my brother, I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. It says you must not bear hatred for your brother in your heart. You must openly tell him your neighbor of his offense. This way you will not take sin upon yourself. So I'm telling these fucker ass niggas about their sins, right? And these niggas hate me for it. But I don't hate them. I'm openly telling them how nasty they are. I'm disgusted by these niggas. You think I hate y'all? I'm disgusted by y'all niggas. Y'all fucking abominations. Yo, this can't be real, fam. This can't be fucking real. This nigga took my picture down and went and made the next page with it. These people are on different levels, fam. 281 followers, 487. Who is this? Yo, these people are obsessive. Everyone, look at this picture. Who is this? Batty boy M-Lock. M-Lock, yeah, Batty man in the dog.
No.
M-Lock, you fuck Batty in a suck cock in a brother. You can't tell nobody say I lie that in a brother.
No.
Brother, if you're a man, follow up a man, brother. You suck cock in a brother. And you fuck Batty in a brother. You shit up in a bro.
Who them M-Lock? Name Black
Brother,
Rock.
you're a Batty man, brother. You don't feel shame say he's a Batty man.
Man, I do them something there.
Brother, you follow up a man, brother. Man no follow up man, brother. He's a Batty man, brother.
Channel.
Yeah, Batty man, brother. Man, you want fuck, brother. You can't fuck neither. Go up a New King's marriage with somebody. Fuck man, brother. Me a married man with woman, brother. Me no fuck man, youth. I want to you, brother.
I use your name.
Brother, you like
create
start no
name,
buck
brother.
clock in a brother. Every night you sit down and back your fist in a bro. You don't have no woman in a dog. That's why you have bum buckler fuck man in a brother. No woman no want to, you know, till the point where you not even like them again. Never see a man follow up a man, and guess what? You know, shame, you know. All a man I tell you say, yo, bad man. You do something with a fucking batty man thing, a homosexual thing, a faggot thing. It now sink in your head, bad man, and someone knows say you're a batty man, bro. I don't just no. Me I tell you say you in your soul want fuck man if you're not fuck man already, but you can't fuck me, cause me no fuck man, dog. Me no fuck man.
You're not afraid.
Bad man,
You tell me
bad
you
man,
know what
bad
you're
man.
doing a
M-Lock,
fool.
let me tell you something about you.
You know
In a
what
real
you're doing
life,
a
yo, man, I'm
fool.
going to stay a while ago in the M-Lock in a real life, you know. M-Lock, me can't afraid of you and your Batman family. And me can't afraid of you and your Batman self. Me can't afraid of you and your Batman boyfriend. Or your bumbuckler bitch or whoring woman. M-Lock, your mother is a big stinking whore. Your father is a big dark shit Batman and him fuck Batty. That's why you come out of bumbuckler your mother Batty. And fuck your mother and Batty and breed her Batty. You come out of her Batty and then now you come fuck Batty too. It's a rotation of Batty business. A rotation of bag of shit. That's what's going on.
Bad man is where you live, tell me.
Bad man go suck your mother. A man you want fuck. You're a batty man. That me I tell you say that batty man. And if you ask me, you ever tell me say fully, you ever say, yo, make we have a mutual place where we can hold a shootout. Brawl in the street. You want to know where I live? Bad man, you can't come find me, bird. I'm telling you, me no fuck man. Yo, say yo, that place there, I want park, it brawling in front of everybody. Bring your gun and bring mine, I will bust shot.
And
That if you tell me
no.
give me a place and a time and shoot it out, man, cause me that bad man, me that gladly bust off your head. Think a joke?
What you
Cause
say,
you're
I'm
a
going.
batty man, never see no man follow me up in my life, youth. Me that hold you and choke out your bucket and chop off your head, brother, and mince up your head, youth. And feed it to a crocodile pussy hole. That me I tell you, in a real life, no blood clot, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not
Suck
going
your
to
mother
put
end
on.
up when I come out from my life, batty boy, but you take man picture put up on your life, batty boy. Them man they fuck man, you know. Them man they happy fuck man, you know. Them man they can't tell me say him no fuck man, you know. Them man they can't tell me say him not jerk off to homosexual porn, you know. Them man they can't tell me that, you know. Them pussy they can't tell me say him not back him fist to homosexual porn. Nobody can tell me no. Family, I've known this nigga from the first fucking day I came on TikTok. The first fucking video I have on TikTok, the nigga is in my comments. It's like this man just, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with him. The man just follow me up, and guess what's funny? You see how he speaks normal? Yo family, I checked him out. He's fucking normal, that's what I'm saying. That means he has to be gay. Because if he has no disability, then what is the problem? If he has no disability, what is the problem? He's gay. He's fucking gay. Oh, I'm going to run this up. Oh. Bumbuckler. Me never see so much gay boys in my life. Me never see so much gay boys in my life. Batty man them come out of nowhere. Look at effeminate, look at batty boys. You want to know if I'm live? Why me can say me could link up at one Bumbuckler park in front of everybody's face and bust shot pussy? Eh? You want to know if I'm live? Why me can't tell me if you live, me come murder you? Bad man, me would do it, M-Lock, brawling. Bad man, me not like get texted pan, you know. Bad man, me would do it like the blood class soldier where Moses, where they texted pan Moses Bumbuckler people, and me ya texted pan youth. Bad man, me would send to brawling gunman come up your youth. You know much man come pa my life. We say to me say, yo, Israel, mash. No worry youth, we don't even want you to go trouble them. Just tell me which part of them there, make we go kill them for you. If you think I joke me and make any one of the brawling gunman them, just make them know right now, say no chattings. Because how many times the man them come for my life and make them know, say anyone I want to fuck with me, a gunshot you not gonna get in on the pussy. I not even need them for do that, I do it myself. I do it myself. You think I chattings? You know much I'm a Bumbuckler and better them come for my life and say them with a kill one on for me. Think of chattings? No yard ya youth. M-Lock, no yard do brother, cause me da murder you in a real life, brother. Me nah cap in a brother, me da murder you in a dog. Brother, me da murder you in a dog. Me tell you the truth, no brother, me da dig out your eye, them in a brother. Yo, brother, you don't know me in a dog. Brother, I'm not even bury you in a brother, me a chop your fine in a brother. I me see a brother, I'ma tell you I'm serious M-Lock. Let me tell you, me Bumbuckler serious M-Lock. Right? And nobody not say nothing to me. Me have to rebuke him. I have to get it and any pussy have to know to. Right? M-Lock. You see the amount of Bumbuckler time you are trying to text it for me, brother. Brother, me da kill you. Me da kill your son. Me da kill your daughter. Me da kill your mother. Me da kill your uncle, your father. Brother, me da kill everybody in your yard, brother. Me not even gonna spare nobody, brother. Because if you live in another yard with them, you must the same as them, brother. Me da kill everybody, brother. All the baby me da Bumbuckler kill. We come from your Bumbuckler family, you. You think I chatting? Brother, you think you know me, brother? You don't know me. When you see man like me, I see God. I better you love man like me, brother. Brother, I will make 2 pages and come circle here, brother. And go up on my knee, bloody and pray to my God and beg him for forgiveness. And talk to him and say to him, say, your father, you see how Moses kill the blood clot and police boy, you know. Right? Because him a texted pan that boy a texted for my father, me have to kill him. Me have to kill him. Enough work me do for my father, and I think my father, I batty boy, I murder you and get you with it in a pussy. You think you know me? Bad man, I will find you, bad man. Seal it, Bumbuckler seal. Seal it, fucking seal. And you see what I just say for know why I just say it fucking seal. Bad man, I will come find you and murder you, bad man, by myself. Bad man, I will come at your yard, bad man. Right? I will pay your ends. All of the gunman them in your ends for let me in, bad man. And I will come at your yard, bad man, when you're asleep. Kick off your door, run up in there, bad man, and pull you up a leg, bad man. I want to your pussy. You think that's some joking thing. You think I want them to flare boy, but they are ramp with. Like a boy there. I want to your brother. Brother, if a man can follow up a man for 2 years, that's why enough time. Batty boy. A lot of you men are gay, man. The fuck? Me no fuck, man, dog. Me no fuck, man. I don't fuck men. You no get it? Bumblehole, you no get it? Me's not a batty boy like your father, like your uncle, like your brother. You get it? Bumbuckler, the man them a follow out, masha like them love, man. Me no fuck, man, dog. How I'm telling you, brother? I'm telling you, brother. Me no know how man sound when them a get fuck. Uno know. I don't know cause I don't fuck men. So I don't know how a man sounds fucking a next man. You do. Don't bring that over here.